All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly. What's going on, guys? What's he got? Nice.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Did you buy that or did it actually make it?
Actually made it.
Okay.
That's what I meant to show you Saturday, like her stuff upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
All the stuff we got. It was so much going on. It was so much going on.
Yeah. You had a full house for your birthday party. I was chasing around a 3-year-old. That was just
sorry I couldn't make it, by the way.
No problem at all. I will show. I got to show everybody this one gift I got from my wife, who obviously watches the show.
Yeah, right.
She's the Goofy movie, and on the back you see the Disney Movies Club back here.
Yeah, that's how you know it's old.
Disney Movie Rewards. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I was like, man,
that don't even exist anymore.
Yep. You know, she did a good job. So I was like, that'll do.
That's our new standard of wealth. Like, oh, you got Goofy movie Blu-ray money.
When she got that, I was like, what?
Seriously?
I immediately went and looked at our bills like, which one of these bills did not get paid? That was so cool, though. Oh, man. But no, cool, shout out to Ashley for that. That was amazing.
Yeah. And it's such like a niche, like, gift, you know?
The crown she made me wear. So, man.
And it's also real metal too. My son went to grab it. I'm like, nope. And I pick up my holy shit. I'm like, this is heavy.
Oh, man. Whoa, T, you never seen a Goofy movie?
What? You gotta get on that.
It's good, man. It still holds up. It still holds up. I mean, it's very dated with the music. It's very 90s, but like father son kind of going through teenage years and stuff like that. Like it's a good story.
Tell us old as time, and then when you get to go on the dance, oh my god!
Oh yeah. The
perfect cast, guys. The perfect
cast. So I'm going in August. I think it's like mid-August to the 30th anniversary event here in Chicago. And I'm gonna take a bunch of video and pictures of that stuff. So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
I just want to see you do the perfect cast. That's all I want.
Just throw it.
You got it.
Oh man.
We got moonwalk afterwards. I was like, wait, you pulled the moonwalk out afterwards? I don't understand how that happened.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It came out when I was kind of over Disney Kids stuff. Oh man, I was never over it. What year that came out in? What 90?
I think that was Disney in the 90s. 95.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what
Might
year.
Be wrong.
I think it was like mid 90s somewhere.
I don't even see the year.
95.
90. Yeah.
1995.
Yep.
Yeah. It's very 90s. It has freaking Pauly Shore in it. Like that's how 90s it is, you know.
Max the Million.
It's definitely worth watching, man. It's pretty good. With Lester's what was that? Lester's Possum Party, I think is it.
Is Lester's Possum Party. Exactly.
I want the hat. They have the hat where they make like the raccoon hat, but they do it with a possum. And then people are selling it now because it's the 30th anniversary. I was like, I kind of want that just to put it on in the show.
I just told her the fact that she said it's an anniversary edition. I just gotta give her, man, she's killing it. She's killing it. Good job, Ashley.
Yeah, I think the anniversary edition is the only Blu-ray ones.
It is
Like
the
that's
only
when they re-released the Blu-ray or released the Blu-ray. Nice, I saw that.
Yep. Like, my pen just broke in half. I was trying to open my new gift.
He said it's good, but it's 90s music. That's the best from Tevin Campbell.
Tevin Campbell.
That's synonymous with it. That's what you think, or at least that's what I think of when I think of a Goofy movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
You say it's the best from Tevin Campbell, man? I don't know, man. Tevin Campbell's pretty awesome to me.
No, but he's saying it's very.
It's
90s.
very 90s. It's very 90s.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. But what was it? The Powerline song? The Stand Up?
Mhm.
Stand Up, I think is the name of the song. Wow. Let's go.
I almost wish I could if I could play it, I would, but can't.
Oh yeah, we got copyright in a second. We got T. Now what's up with his new channel? World's finest team up. Yeah, appreciate you coming in, leaving comments.
Make sure you support T. Go ahead, go out there. You know.
Mm-hmm. Who else we got? We got Books, Gers, and Purrs. Hello.
This is what I was opening up.
Oh, the Marvel team up one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Invincible and Spider-Man. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Another gift from my comic book guy. He was like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll find it to you. I'll find it and send it to you. Johnny, thank you. Thank you, Johnny.
That's a good one.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Comb in the desert.
I still love it. Hey, look what I found.
Oh, nice. Was that an Amazon special?
Superly.
Or like, eBay special?
eBay special, yeah.
eBay special. Oh man. What else we got? We got Collector. What's up, Collector?
What's up, Collector? How you doing, man?
Oh man. And then he's saying
awesome.
Yeah, he goes, hope you had a good birthday.
Tank he's feeding right into my addiction. I was like, really, you gonna give me a gift card to Half Price Books, man? Oh, yeah. Feed right into my damn addiction. I have a problem.
Because I'm like, I don't know what to get him. I'm like, all right. I mean, Half Price Books. Like, that's part of the fun is finding all the goodies. Stuff. Yeah.
And Fredo gave me this.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, man, how did you know? And then I looked down. I was like, oh yeah. So Tank saw my setup. It's much bigger than what you got.
It's not like you can, because you see a little shelf over, half of the shelf on the one side and some more stuff, but it looks grander in person. You know what I mean? Like, because everything, because I think you don't have the reflection of the lights of the camera and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it is a nice setup. It is a nice setup, and then everything behind or in front of you behind the camera, all that stuff, all the things on the side of the cameras. It's a good setup.
I got problems.
It's a lot. And then I come here downstairs. I need to fix the shelf. As you can tell, it's leaning. So I need to fix it.
I was like, I worry about it every stream because I feel like it's going to fall on you.
No, but it did fall. There's missing movies. Right now there's a stack of fucking Blu-rays on the floor right now. So
it's so you were telling me, it's like, hey, just get the shelf like I got, because I got all these movies that got them stacked up everywhere and all this stuff.
Yeah, but also it's tucked in the corner of my basement and it's an exterior wall, so there's a slight angle. So but I already got a solution. I'm gonna fix it. But I mean, you can see these guys are barely hanging on right here at the end. Like right here.
There's only like two brothers holding like it's like barely holding on to the wall. Oh, if it falls while we're on stream, I'm going to die laughing.
It would be funny. I'll be pissed. But I got a plan to fix it. Also, so I know Brian loves but you have I'm assuming like all of the Star Trek stuff, right? Like when it comes to DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff.
No, so I have all of the Next Generation. I have all the original series. I do not have any of the newer stuff.
Okay,
so it is, some of the stuff is really good. I was watching it right before everyone came over to my house on Saturday. I was watching it. Strange New Worlds.
Strange New World.
That's
so I was today. I wound up calling off because I had a migraine in the morning, and then once it went away, I'm like, now what? So I wound up going to the thrift stores. I found this bad boy, and I was like,
I saw it. I was like,
I'm getting it. The
That's
entire show, the entire freaking Next Generation show, this massive freaking thing, and it's the Chosen collection. So like it goes by numbers. So Next Generation number 2, the original Star Trek's number 1, Deep Space Nine is number 4 or something like that, or I forgot.
No, 3.
3?
Voyager. Yeah. Which one's Voyager?
Voyager might be 4. I forgot, but it goes like all the different ones. So I found that, but I'm like, I know Brian, you have all the Blu-rays probably.
I actually have all the Blu-rays and then the original DVDs both.
Yeah. So and then I found these also right next to it. Star Trek Enterprise. They come in these cool like kind of things. So
where the hell you find that?
I had Savers at the thrift store. $3 freaking each. I paid $3 for all of Next Generation.
That's good. You don't understand. Tank lives in a good, nice area. That's why his thrift store has the good stuff. Like he goes to this clothes section, they got Lacoste. They got like Gucci. They have that type of stuff. That's what Tank lives.
You gotta. Nah, even the city, Chicago has like really good stuff, man. Really, really good stuff. If you go to the Goodwill there,
and there's tons of them everywhere.
Yeah, they just opened a new one. I think not by you, Brandman, but in the city. But,
I have to go to the night part. Like, we gotta go to a nice part of town to get the good stuff. That's what. Look at all this good stuff. I'm like, I was over there. There was nothing but a piece of lint and like a broken VHS. I'm like, man, how?
I mean, you find a lot of cool stuff. Like I found this. This is an old thing, but I have it always on my desk. It holds my phone. I think I got that for like $2. So.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh
man. But yeah, that was
already down the comments.
Yeah, so far. We're showing off all the goodies of the weekend. Wait.
Oh, this is what I got. I
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Oh, is that like the that's not like the omnibus one, is it? Like with all of them?
So this is only 71 to 78. I have all this. So this is like volume 14. So I have like 1 through I think 11. So you know, I'm trying to get 12, 13, 14. I got 14 now, and 12 and 13 is supposed to show up sometime soon. So so I can catch up to the Viltrumite War. Because I want to know what the hell's going on. And I can't wait no more. That's just what it is. I can't wait anymore. I need to know what's happening now. So yeah.
Oh, I don't think I ever did. Because for Mother's Day, I got Erica the gifts for the stuff. So I don't know if I ever showed you guys this. This is the popcorn bucket that they were selling. They were selling at Disneyland. So I had got it on eBay. And this is Max dressed up as Powerline. It was the popcorn bucket. It was for 90s night that they were selling this. So
I need Brandman to dress up as Powerline.
Oh, 100%.
I need him to do that. Let's go.
Yeah, we need to do a watch party of Goofy movie.
I'm down 100%. I have 1,000. Thank you, Erica.
For that.
Dude, I'll do that right now. That's so awesome.
Yeah. Man. It's a lot of fun, man. It's a good movie. But Erica came down and was like, oh yeah, show them this. Oh man. Also happy birthday from T.
Thank you, Terrence. What's up, man? Appreciate it.
He wasn't invited.
In California, you'll come all the way out to Chicago.
Right. Oh man. Master
Casilius. Yeah,
Casilius. I can never say his name. Glad I caught the stream. Glad you came in, man. Hanging out, catching up. We got Kenny Sparks. What's up?
What is up? I forget how young Kenny and Zach are. Sitting there watching, listening to y'all talk. I was like, man, I am old. So, oh yeah, you remember? We were both born like in 97, 90. I was like, what? No, I think they're both. I think Kenny was.
I think they're a little older than that.
93, I think it was. I think they were saying 92, 93. They're talking about something 92, 93, and they're talking about like, oh yeah, I was just born. How do I know? I think Zach said that specifically.
You're like, right in the
it's like,
age.
I was like, yeah. Kenny, I think Kenny said he was like 90. Yeah, he said 90.
90. Oh, okay.
That's not terrible.
Too bad.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Even though once again, I'm going to announce that I'm the youngest on the stream. Not this guy. Not him. Me.
I think, but when you have a kid that adds like 2 more years, you have a third kid that adds like 2 more years, 5 years.
That's 5 years. So by birth date, I'm younger. By life date, I'm like 50.
Oh man. Oh, here. So you say you wanted the omnibus. My brother-in-law got me the omnibus because he just had an extra one. And he's like,
he's sitting around.
Yes. So this is the volume 1 of the omnibus. I think there's 3 or 4. 3. Yeah. So I got the first one.
I think.
Yeah. But it was awesome. But I read all the books. So he's like, oh yeah, I know you're a fan. Here, you have it. I was like, what? So.
Because you went to the library and got a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I got all the graphic novels, all the the volumes, and it's like 16 volumes. I think
16. Yeah, so
16. Yeah,
so I got 14. I need to get 15 and 16, but I need to read them first.
Yeah, there you go. If you want to read some comic books and you are tight with money, like you're broke, and I get it. The library, man, that's where it's at.
That's that's where you go.
Just get a good one from the library and never give it back. Disappear.
That's it. Oh man. I say I know I said this before, but thank you guys for the support, the kindness you've shown me. I appreciate that more than you know. We appreciate you always coming in, hanging out with us, man. Leaving comments all the time on our videos. So
exactly, man. You don't understand how important it is to have someone actually watch with your stuff, what's going on, and give comments and give their opinions, because that's the best thing. You want to hear people's opinions, even though we take forever to get to your comments, because I don't know what's wrong with us, because we go on tangents.
yeah.
Specifically me.
We all do. Like I said, did you see that they got an official announcement for Flow 4K from Criterion? I did not. I pre-ordered it months ago, so whenever it comes. But I haven't got any news from it. But I gotta check it out.
No, not me.
Not a fan. Oh man, I gotta check that out. Yeah. We got Anzo Big Fort Entertainment. What is up?
Anzo, what's up?
Anzo.
So me and him we did our watch party last night. It's a whole lot of fun. Watching Dead City. I gotta say it is definitely the best. I really gave up on Walking Dead, but Dead City has definitely brought me back. It's been really interesting. I can't wait to see the season finale. So season finale, we'll probably do a watch party on that. I'm guessing Sunday at maybe 7 or 8 o'clock. So probably 7 Central, 8 Eastern. So we'll do a watch party for the last episode. So join us for that.
So here I got a question for Anzo and for you. Do I have to finish the show to know what's going on in Dead City? No? Okay. Because I know how the book ends. I read the end of the comic, but I don't know if the show follows it too much. Yeah, they took a lot of liberties as it kept going, as the show kept going. But yeah, I just wanted to see. Okay. Oh, did he? All right. So I mean, if you're saying it got you in, because I kind of gave up on Walking Dead a while ago.
I was done too.
So but if you're saying it's good, watch it.
It was kind of hard to stick with it, just because they were kind of running it into the ground.
They're doing the same thing over and over again. There's nothing going on.
Exactly. That's why I kind of stuck with it just because I felt obligated to. And it kind of took me a while to even that I was always tempted to pick up a book or my phone or do something, but proud of myself that I managed to stick it out.
Yeah.
As
Yeah. After season 3, I was like, oh, I was giving up on season 3. I think I stopped watching by season.
I think season 5 was
season
out.
4. I was kind of done.
I think season 4 or 5. It was about the same for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm a firm believer in knowing. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in knowing when a show should recognize its shelf life, and just kind of know when to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those where it just didn't. It
just kept going.
It's the Grey's Anatomy of horror shows.
Yeah.
It wasn't even scary anymore because but I think that's also that I appreciate about The Walking Dead, because though the monsters are there, you never forget that the monsters are there, that the zombies are there. Like they're still part, but they start to live their lives independent of the zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost like there are wolves out there. Well, we just ain't gonna go out there when the wolves. Or we're just gonna walk around them.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine a place where everything that could kill you, that's a monster that could kill you? It's like Jason, who's gonna walk the entire time. Like, just don't get caught.
Yep.
So so it's the season 2 finale that we're going to end up watching. So I jumped into season 2 and had to catch up and watch season 1. I watched it in like 4 days. Understood what's going on because it's mostly with Negan and Maggie. So that's the focus of Dead City pretty much.
Okay. So okay. I don't know if I can catch up to 2 seasons before Sunday.
I don't know.
Maybe.
You got a little work probably.
if it's good. Yeah.
I was able to do
exactly
4 episodes, a day pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'll check it. I gotta check it out. That and I plan on watching The Expanse now because of the last stream.
Bro,
I think I'm gonna watch The Expanse.
I started off going back from season 1, episode 1, and I just went back and just enjoyed James Holden and everything. Just going back and enjoying the journey again. It is so good. Oh, I love the physics. So good.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that one out. And then Collector said, do we have an Amazon wish list? I think
I never actually do have an Amazon wish list because if I need it, I just get it.
Same. Yeah, I can't.
No, I have a wish list.
Wish list.
Because usually I put stuff on my wish list like that I want, and I'll kind of put it on for me later, or I kind of have the more cheaper things up top. No, the cheaper things I have up top for like gifts, So the further down you go, the more expensive it goes, but those are more for like me. So I'm like, I either I want to buy for myself eventually, or it's on my list to buy stuff. So, but a lot of times, like a lot of my family, we do Amazon wish lists because it's just easy. So
I'm probably one of the hardest people to buy stuff for. Because once my kids got to like 10, like once my oldest got to 8, I started getting stuff for myself. Because for all that other time, you don't get stuff for you because you have to get stuff for them. So once I got to 8, they started to hold on to stuff and everything. So now I can kind of focus on me. So now just if I want it, I get it.
That's why getting a gift was.
It's just very difficult for me. That's why my wife found a Goofy movie. Because she's like, she knows that's the one thing I won't do. I won't go spend a lot of money on myself. I just won't.
Yeah.
Unlike Anzo, who buys all type of stuff for himself all the time.
Mama Bear's in the house.
What's up, Mama Bear?
Kenny said, I built 9% of my trade/graphic novel collections from the discount bin. Yeah.
That's just it should be doing.
Go to Half Price Books. Like that is a great place to get a lot of comic books. I went up getting think I got a bunch more Green Lantern ones that I saw that were pretty cool, like cool covers, like that one.
That's what I always do.
Cosmic Defender. I fucking hate the Cosmic Defender storyline, but it's pretty
if it
cool.
looks cool, yeah. You get to the art sometimes.
That one's cool with all the Earth ones. Another one with all the Earth ones. Like
I got that.
Alan Scott, I'm not a big fan, but I'm like, it's number one. It was in good condition. This one I always thought was cool. It's Green Lantern telling God he's under. It's not really God, but God, he's under arrest. It's so stupid.
Zeus, you're under arrest.
No, I think it's like supposed to be like he's pretending he's like the creator of the universe, and he's not.
Okay.
So he's like this false kind of thing, and then it's
we don't do false idols here. I got you.
It's a weird run, but that's why it's like what does it say? Cop versus God in Slave Lords of the Stars. So it's Grant Morrison too, so it's a weird run, but it's like the cover was so stupid. But yeah, you find a lot of cool stuff at some secondhand thrift stores and stuff.
So
and Facebook Marketplace.
So you said that. So as I go to Half Price Books all the time, and I bought this one book that's He Who Fights with the Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
He Who Fights with Monsters. So I got the first book, and then the second book. Now I've gotten the third book, and then I find out there's 12 books to this series.
So you're way behind.
But I'm so enthralled. Like I am so enthralled. It's ridiculous. And these books got 100 chapters, 120 chapters. And I'm just flying through them, and it's so good, so entertaining. It's very otherworldly. Let's imagine you have a world where you're coming from our world to this new world that magic exists, and you fight actual monsters, and then you become, you start upgrading things a comic, like a video game would. Third person video game type of thing, and it's very interesting. And you start seeing the other characters. I'm telling you, man, it's so good. You just wake up one day in this magical world with monsters, but you got a thing you can hit that tells you all your upgrades. It's so awesome.
That's cool. It reminds me of I wish Deuce was in here from Solo Leveling, the anime that he was ran. It was very much like that, where you're in a video game like RPG kind of.
And this is exactly what this is. Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. So a lot of you guys are talking to each other, which is awesome. So I was kind of going through everything. I saw Erica said, "How dare you, Brian? Don't do my library people like that about not returning things."
Look, it depends on how awesome it is. I will be honest, 100% honest. If I can't find it anywhere else, and I have it from the library, I'm like,
"Oh, did I ever show you the thing that Erica got me from the library? The Star Wars."
Yep.
Yeah, it's like limited edition 1 out of 500. It's a pop-up book, right? Which sounds stupid, but it's the most detailed pop-up book, and it's all Star Wars. It's there's one where you open it up and it's General Grievous just pops up and he's holding lightsabers and they turn on and shit.
Yeah, but you didn't steal that. Erica got that, the right way.
Yeah,
steal it.
Yeah, I didn't steal it.
I just don't ever just.
Well, they never even put it out there.
Disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess they never put it out there because I guess Erica's boss or somebody was like, it's not gonna last a day. And it's like a limited edition, it's a special edition, it's like, nice, so they decided not to put it out there, and then it kind of just collected dust for years, and then finally Erica's like, all right, well, it's mine now.
I'll take it. Yeah. Just no one cares.
Yeah. I think that's the first gift she's ever given me when we started dating. So
that's awesome. That's an awesome gift.
That's an awesome gift. Yeah, I think is super cool. Oh man, but yeah. I mean those are the things that libraries have, like some cool shit. Some cool shit. You want to play a video game? Boom, go to library. Right at the library. Oh yeah. Master Caecilius.
Caecilius.
Never pronounce it. Do you like that Netflix Luke Cage series, Brand Man? Because you're wearing the shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wish they made another one. Wish they made a third season.
Anzo says no.
Hopefully, I'd love to see him show up in Daredevil Born Again if they're bringing back Jessica Jones.
I mean, you all saw Mike Coulter, right? You saw what he did. He released on his Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, or his Instagram. It's on his Instagram. Yeah. So yeah, it seems like Mike Coulter is definitely in talks, and it sounds like he's probably going to come back. To Anzo's chagrin, he's probably going to be back as Luke Cage.
He's
Christmas.
He's the perfect Luke Cage. I'm sorry.
Anzo's be like, hey, no, change it with this person, and it'd be like the worst person ever. I'm like, this is the worst fan casting of all time.
Nah, Mac from Agent of Shield wouldn't be horrible. He wouldn't be horrible.
It would be a different iteration of it. It couldn't be the same.
It would be different.
It'd be a different iteration.
Yeah. Now you guys talking about Walking Dead. I haven't watched Walking Dead since the Rick I don't remember when was that? Five maybe? Or 4?
So,
because I don't even remember that. I might have stopped watching before that.
Did you? Oh, my thing isn't working. Oh, all of a sudden. So did you remember Negan and Glenn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that was all over the internet. So
did you actually see it? Did you actually watch it?
I remember watching it, but I don't know if I gave up watching and went back in just to watch that part. I was like, they did what to Glenn?
I mean, that started Maggie down her like arc. So
yeah, I would have to go back and look at what season that one is. And then Kenny said Negan's arc was in the show lasted way too long.
I understand that. Yeah, some people, but he's actually doing on his redemption right now. That's what's going on. He's finally realized some of the stuff that he did was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually bothering him.
He said, Anzo, would you find a cure for me if I was bitten by a zombie?
He's
no. Oh man, fast moving zombies are way scarier.
100%. If I could walk away from you, just like am I more afraid of Jason or I'm more afraid of a cheetah or a bear? I'm more afraid of a bear. You might mess me up if you catch me, but the bear's gonna catch me no matter what I do. Don't let me get a black bear. I'm messed up. I'm dead. There's nothing I can do about it. A polar bear gonna kill me. Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of zombies and stuff like that, 28 years later, I'm super excited about it. It looks good.
What did they say about it? How they came up with the development of it, and then how what would happen to society if you had to go these 28 years? How would you develop? What kind of social norms would you start to have? How would the zombies start to change? How would that work? And I think that's probably what's going to make it scariest.
Yeah, because that's an interesting thing is because we always see like Walking Dead was a few years after, not even a few years, maybe a year after the initial thing, because it started off.
Where are they now? Right now they're at like 12 years right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still a decent amount of time. Yeah.
It's not 28 years. I mean, this is like literally it's something like 12 now. So when we were watching Walking Dead, it was like, as you said, 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah. Well, season 1 was probably less than that because Rick was in a coma and then all the shit went down. So
I thought season 1 was like a year later.
Possibly. I would say 6 months to a year, somewhere in that range. Yeah. But 28 years, that's almost 3 decades. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of it starts to become your new normal.
You know we can't hear you, Brandon, right?
Yeah, I muted it because of the goddamn sirens outside.
Because I saw your mouth moving. I was like, he's probably thinking that we don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, it's finally nice enough that I can like open my window, but the sirens. Lost my train of thought.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about this weekend, man. It's supposed to be like 100 degrees. It's your time to shine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, might do something. I don't know. We'll see.
I got a question. How did the garage sale go?
Good.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Good.
A lot of it sold. A lot of it sold. A lot of it that we didn't sell, we just donated to Goodwill,
which is awesome.
Nice.
I donate so much to Goodwill because I need those tax credits.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna re-enter that habit myself. I'm actually probably later this week. Since I'm doing some like cleaning and putting my winter clothes away. Gonna see if I'm gonna take any of those to Goodwill, which I probably will box up and get over there.
I got furniture to take to Goodwill.
You know, I'm actually gonna switch out my my sofa. And so I'm thinking, because I don't want to sell it on Facebook Market just because there's way too many scammers on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably just gonna donate it to Goodwill. I've had the thing for like 7 years, so you know.
It's a good thing to give.
Yeah. Just gotta figure out how I get it over.
Honestly, I don't in the burbs, I don't know how it is in the city, but they don't take furniture anymore.
Really?
No, in New Links they do. New Links, and
they stopped selling furniture. They don't take furniture, do they?
New Links takes it. Joliet takes it. Plainfield does. Naperville does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you got to go to them. They have to look it up, look at it.
The ones out here. Yeah.
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, because we had a couch we were getting rid of. And Goodwill wouldn't take it. And there's no close by Salvation Army. So we wound up taking it to Savers. It was another thrift store. And they took it. So yeah. We would get a lot of outdoor furniture from Goodwill. You know, those always came a lot of like nice stuff. You know, but yeah, they stopped doing furniture. All the ones out here by me. Which kind of sucks.
Because once again, that's how we know Tank lives in a nice area with all the good stuff. You know,
they got rid of all the furniture. That sucks.
Because they don't use it. No, we're too good for furniture. You know, this is what we do. My guy at my Goodwill doesn't hold on to the comic books because he says I could send it to sell it to half price books. I can make more money. I was like, dude, I can't even grab it. He's smart, you know, but yeah, It is what it is.
But does he do that for himself or does he do that for the store?
Crazy.
No, I see that shit all the time. Does he do it for himself or does he do it for the store?
Bad.
Oh, hello.
What's that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Oh, I don't know if Brian heard me or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I was asking him a question, but I think his audio messed up or something. We'll keep going with comments though. Let's see where did I leave off at. You guys talk about turning into zombies and stuff like that. The F them kids that always buy. I always buy mute stuff. That's funny. Oh man. I said my girl never knows what to get me. Because you always buying yourself the stuff. It's always rough. Oh man. How about that? Kratos could take God. I mean, he takes a bunch of gods out in the game. So
I thought something went wrong with my computer. I accidentally hit mute. And because I couldn't hear anyone was saying, so I was like, "What is going on? What's happening?" And then it's actually because I hit mute on accident.
Nice.
It must have been broken.
Oh man. Can't say there's a lot of there's not a lot out there, and I want anymore or feel like I need to have. There's a list that feels like a distant fantasy than anything else, like a Millennium Falcon Lego set.
Ooh.
That'll be good.
I'll take that. And I will see. My problem is if I built it, I want to build it with glue. So I don't want it to ever come apart. I'm not doing that twice.
Yeah, no. Yeah. No, you do that with glue. What's up about werewolves, vampires, witches, find zombies, double tap, and salt and burn.
Yep, exactly. 100%.
Oh man. We got Sheed in the house. What's up, Sheed?
What up, Sheed?
Sheed, what's going
on? And then Clark said, I just added that book series to my Amazon wish list, Brian.
Dude, I love it so much, man.
Yeah, I know you were talking about it last time. It sounds fun.
It's so much fun. Like I'm so enthralled. Like sometimes I go back into my car and just sit there and just read. My wife's like, look, because you in my house you had to hide because my daughters come in and everything. So I just go in my car, and she was like, so my wife doesn't question me. So when I park in the car and I sit there sometimes, and I'm just sitting there going through it, and she's like, yeah, I know what he's doing. It's okay.
Oh, that's funny. See, and you guys see that I watched all season 1 of Silo. 100%. I really enjoyed it. I'm probably gonna start watching the second season later tonight. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah,
I think if you like season 1, you'll really like season 2 still too, because it just gets deeper into all the lore and everything that's happening.
So I picked up this one. It's a real quick read. Silo 49. So she has 3 of these, so I should be able to be done with all of these by the end of the week.
One day.
I mean, it's only like 120 pages. I mean, 85 pages.
Oh, wow. It's like a short story at that point. It's not even...
Like, I could probably do this tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, I saw this from Ace. Ace said, you hear the sad news about solo leveling might not come back to 2027 or 2028.
I did hear that.
I did not. That sucks, man. I figured it's going to be a while, but I was thinking like 2026, 2027, 2028. That sucks, man. People are going to forget about it. People are going to forget about it. And I think people are going to care.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Season 1 and season 2 were pretty close.
Isn't it the same thing with Across the Spider-Verse? Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. Those are pretty close. And then Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to take 7 years.
Yeah. Yeah. So season 1 and season 2 were literally a year apart, almost to the day. January 2024 to January 2025. And now they're saying season 3?
Close the window.
You can't. The animation probably takes so much. The animation takes so much to do. That's why.
I mean, I mean, the animation is good. It's not like the best animation I ever seen, though. Like.
But for a series on a streaming service, it's solid. Does its job.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I think it won Anime of the Year, I believe.
I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah.
Yeah. See, Solo Leveling Season 3 is coming to Crunchyroll possibly sooner than expected. This is from 8 days ago on Game Rant. But it's also saying at the earliest, the end of 2026. At the earliest.
So 2027.
Yeah. 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 Might come out 2026. at the end of 2026. So yeah, 2027. Damn, but that sucks. 2 years after the second season.
Right now, it's 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Deuce.
I saw that. Deuce. He goes, I'm here. So leveling is top tier. It is. It's so good, man. It's so good.
In fact, waiting for 3 years it'll be 2.5 years by that time, or 3 years by that time.
Yeah. Well, no, the second season came out in January of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to figure if it comes out January of 2027. But that sucks. That sucks because now we're gonna get into like the real meat of the story. You know what I mean? Like you got all the cool shit and him being a badass, and now we're gonna get into like the backstory and why things are happening. You know, and it was just like, and now you got to wait 2 years, 3 years. Yeah.
You just don't want people to forget, as you said, but you know, I mean, quality stuff takes time. That's just true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm you know, that's what's kind of keeping me invested in it. Just they're taking their time to make the best product that they can make. Granted, the wait obviously sucks, but that's what it takes.
Yeah.
For good quality, you know.
Yeah.
Who am I to complain?
100%. You know, even though you do worry about people falling off, that's always the worry. The worry is that people won't come back to enjoy it, and but that'll be their loss. You know, I no longer worry about that beyond the Spider-Verse. It is by far the best Spider-Man I've ever seen. So I no longer worry about people not coming back to it because it's going to be good quality. And if it's good quality, good story, people are going to flock to it.
If that's what it takes. Plus, if it took them that long to come along and treat the animators right, you know.
Supposedly, we still don't even know if they do or not yet.
Have they even did the voiceover yet? So who knows?
Yeah. All right. Ace Bob, he goes, Attack on Titan almost took a 5-year difference in seasons and ended up being still one of the best animes. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, between season what, 3 and 4, I think. Yeah.
Even when we released, people didn't know like is half released. You know,
no, when they were doing all that at the end. Well, that's why also it's like, and then they did this weird time jump, you know, from the end of season 3 into season 4. And then I'm watching, I'm like, did I miss a movie or something? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is like there's like a big gap of information that's missing. I mean, they fill you in, but you know, you just start to watch season 4, you're like, what? Like, it's so confusing. And you said almost 3 years for
Severance.
Oh yeah. But we gotta give him
a video.
Give him a video. Here you go. Give you one of the new ones.
And may the Schwartz be with you. What a world! What a world!
Oh man. Deuce. You are awesome. Yeah. When season 3 comes out, we're for sure, you know, talking about it because it was such a great
Severance.
Well, Severance, no, Solo Leveling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Severance
I'll
is
stop everything.
Yeah, that's no question. That's no question. Yeah, quality matters. Quality matters. Man. No, Silo. They just finished shooting season 3.
Yep,
so
it's done.
It should be coming out probably early next year.
I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere like February of 2026, which would be really bad because that's like when From's supposed to be coming around February, March of 2026.
Oh, really?
I'm like, I don't know. How can I choose between my kids? Which one do I love more?
Well, the first
season 3 is expected to premiere around November.
Okay, that makes sense because season 2 I just saw was November of 2024, and then season 1 was
November of 2025 of this year.
Yeah. Because then you get that year in between. Because once you start going longer than a year, you can run into issues. But also, like they're doing season 3 and season 4, so they know. So they can probably just go right into season 4. So hopefully we don't have too long of a gap.
Shoot, I can write. I've read enough of the book. I can write exactly how it's going to go.
You can do it.
I can tell you exactly how it's going to happen.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get some trailers and then our How to Train Your Dragon review in a little bit. Let's see. I'm trying to go through because man, there's so many comments. Stop this 6 or 7 thing. It's so stupid. I that's how you know you're like old when like kids are doing new lingo and you're just like, what the fuck does that mean?
That's how it always is, man.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, because like 6, 7, I was like, what? Want
to say hi?
No, there's the puppy.
Say hi, but just say hi.
Puppy.
He was enjoying himself on Saturday. he
Hi,
was
puppy.
lipping around the house, eating all the crumbs.
So he was doing lipping, eating everything.
I know. I had to stop my son. He kept wanting to like chase him and grab him.
You okay, baby?
Like, leave the puppy alone.
So Bailey is going to the vet on Wednesday to get an X-ray done on his hip. It's gonna cost me $500. Good Lord, you need to get a job. You can come back. You gonna get a paper route or something. So I'll pay you in kisses.
It's like sold.
Exactly. Like you bargain hard.
But 2 seasons after that, I was done. So I'm assuming Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, 100%.
Yeah. Luke Cage was caca. Oh man. Master said, "Is Green Lantern in the new Superman movie?"
Hey, in the
Guy
trailer.
Gardner. Yeah, Guy Gardner.
Yeah, Guy Gardner.
Yep. Which I'm pretty excited because, like, the little bit of them showing his powers, like, the powers look good. They haven't showed much, but I was like, all right.
That's gonna be interesting with him
Yeah.
and with the big blue and him being almost anti, Superman and being opposite of him. I think he actually might play an interesting part of this movie coming up.
Yeah. They're kind of hinting at that contrast between Clark's ideals and attitude and his. They're showing just enough. I think they're showing just enough of that of Guy Gardner, rather than just doing a big dump. But I think there's going to be a contrast and kind of them coming to blows, which is good.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of the Green Lanterns don't like they don't like Batman, I would say. Superman, they're a little more chill with Superman. But Guy really doesn't like Superman.
Yeah.
And then John and Hal really don't care for it. More John than anybody don't really like Batman.
Something, but I was just start stuff. So now just sit here.
Man. Let's see, man. You guys are all over the place with the comments about everything. Man. I love the scene in 28 weeks later when the guy runs away and leaves his wife behind. I've been married. Good on him.
Good on him. Not agreeing. I'm just laughing because it's funny. That's all.
Cheese are something to be afraid of. They struggle with anxiety.
Hey, so do women. True? I fear women too. So my wife is the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Mama's a cheetah therapist. I love that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. We said Brian and Brandman are so jacked they make me feel self-conscious.
I wish I had a picture to show from Saturday how little I look compared to Marvin. Like
What?
Like I literally felt like, oh, man, I need to gain some weight or something. Man. This is terrible.
No, that I have to see.
It was. I think I could pull this picture.
Yeah, Marvin's 6'7", 6'8", around there.
He's about 6'8". You know, about. I'll give him. I'll be nice to say it's 390.
Yeah,
be nice. Even though I don't think that's true.
But watching him singing the Minecraft song with it made me laugh. Man. It was just like because his kids just love that Minecraft movie, and I told him like, "Oh, how much you play it?" He's like enough where he knows the lyrics to that song in the Minecraft movie. I was like, bro.
I tell him like I hate that movie so much. It's so crazy.
Oh man.
But Barbara and Matthew said they wanted to watch it. I'll just we're watching it.
The way audiences were reacting to them, were acting during the movie, has made me hate it. I didn't have a problem with it when I first watched it until I started reading a lot of the news stories
about him. Yeah, that's really weird because who is it? I think Alfredo asked me. He goes, "I don't get the chicken jockey. Like, why are people losing their mind?" I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
He said the word. Like,
yeah, I don't get it. I mean, they're a pain in the ass to kill in the game, but I don't know anything else about that. So correct me if I'm wrong, but Brandon is a personal trainer.
Yes, I believe he is.
Side job.
There you go. Yeah, I brought that one up. All right. I think we're mostly caught up because you guys, I skipped over a lot. I want to give him a belly rub. Just talk about the dog. It's time to talk about the dog.
Hi. Say hi.
He was such a good dog, man. Because my son loves dogs, but my dog is just super hyperactive, so they just like feed off of each other's hyperness. So now he sees this dog and he's like super chill and he's just walking around and he's like he won't run. I'm like, he ain't gonna run, bro. Like, sit down and leave the dog alone.
This is what he does. He sits down next to me, literally doing the show most of the time. He's on my feet.
Yeah, oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Oh, you want to talk? Okay.
Cook said, Sport of Kings, did you guys see that I finished a 26th book, American Sniper, and I just started my 27th book, the 5 book in the Jack Reacher series.
Jack Reacher,
book 5. Yeah.
Did see that.
Called Echo Burning. Nice.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
I was definitely checking that out. That's so cool.
Yeah. Which one is season 3, Brandman? I know you said last time what's the book that season 3 is going to be based on for Jack Reacher.
Season 3 is going to be based on
It's just something about
Gone Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they said Gone Tomorrow is what they said. I'm pretty sure they said Gone Tomorrow.
I think you're right. I think that's what it was.
So put that on your list, collector, for which one you got to read after that. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I heard someone about bringing a chicken to the movie theater, I was like, "Oh, no way!"
Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you being that big a dick? Like in the movie, like everyone's coming there to like enjoy a movie in peace. Like, get into the movie, fine. But when you do crap like that, it just, I don't know. And I'm sure whoever did it recorded it and put it on social media. That's why social media is like corrupted. A lot of people. It's such a dickhead move to do when someone's trying to enjoy a movie. Like, I love fandom. sometimes certain fandom just is a little too corrosive for me, but stuff like that, you know, why do you have to mess it up for everyone like that?
It's so interesting because like stuff like that I think of like Rocky Horror Picture Show, right?
Mhm.
But it's so different, you know, it's so different because like
Mhm.
that's legit a fandom of enjoying the movie to an extent where like you love it that much, you know, where I feel like the Gentle Minion thing, the Jake and Chalky thing, like I feel that's more of like TikTok, you know, and then trying to go viral rather than actual enjoyment of the content. So
Yeah.
It's
you know.
different from like when we watched Endgame and Infinity War. People are in there like cheering because they're enjoying it so much. The fandom is like so positive that everyone understands it. It enhanced the experience. Then you ruining my time at the movie theater. And if you ruin my time at the movie theater, I'm gonna ruin your time. You're gonna have some problems.
Wow.
Just saying. That's why me and Brandman need to go to the gym and talk to this dude who's doing all that extra stuff.
Oh, that stupid shit. I saw
Oh,
that.
that nearly ruined my morning the other day.
Oh no!
That nearly ruined my morning. This dude was just doing the absolute most and sat right next to me.
Oh,
I'm
geez.
weird. Oh, I hate that. I'm weird when I'm at the gym. I try not to like do too much or scream out loud or be obnoxious. All that stuff. Like,
no,
get the hell away from me, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, and
like, come on.
Yeah, and usually if someone does it like near me, I'll just shrug it off. I'm like, let me just mind the business that pays me. And I'm wearing my headphones anyway. I wasn't really bothered with it until like he like, and when I say the dude like threw the heavy like 40-pound weight on the ground, I'm not saying he dropped it. He hurled it. He threw it on the ground.
That's
and it bounced and almost
40-pound weights like you did something.
Like the basketball.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, right.
Like you I did it. It was 40 pounds. Like no. What?
Yeah, if you're able to throw it like that, then lifting it's not going to do much for you then.
Yeah, and it bounced and it almost hit me like right in my ankle. Only reason it didn't hit me is because I managed to lift my foot.
I would have held him down on the ground. I will put some 125-pound weights on him, and I'm gonna say, stay until you can move. Until you can lift this, you got to stay here.
Yeah, that coming that close is like would have definitely said something. Like,
oh yeah, I said something.
Yeah, all right, good.
Mm.
It's like that's unacceptable.
Yeah, and then he looked at me like I was absolutely insane.
Oh, boy, we would have those conversations.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Like I never dealt with anything that bad, but I had bad ones there. But
oh yeah, this guy came in, like I mentioned, he was doing the absolute most. The dude like took like 4 pieces of equipment and monopolized them. He brought a Bluetooth speaker. He came in and like put his phone. Not only did he like plug his phone into one of the chargers, but he had the cable like extended long enough to where someone could easily trip over it. He was getting up and like dancing in between sets like he was in the club or something. And like I said, I was willing to just ignore all that. And then until he threw a weight, more or less threw a weight at me. I'm saying he threw the weight at me because it bounced and almost hit me. So technically he did throw it at me.
Yeah.
I just don't understand doing it with 40-pound weights. I would laugh at him and say, "What is wrong with you? Why would you do that?"
But like, was he recording though? Because I wonder if he's doing stupid shit like that to get a reaction out of somebody, you know. And then the way they fucking edit it is like, oh, look, I'm just working out, and this guy wants to be a dick, you know, a lot of shit like that, you know. Like,
I'm sure.
Why are you recording yourself doing 40-pound weights? You know, I had a girl that was working next to me today who was lifting 50-pound weights on incline. Like, so like, what are you doing? What are you yelling like? Like, and you know, she just like doing her thing and then put it on. Like, why would you be that type of person? Like, I those type of people. Look at me. There's no need to be look at me. Do what you're gonna do and get the hell out.
Yeah. Mom said, "Come buy some kneecaps."
Please don't.
Take care, bear mode. I like that. Nah, that's wild.
And to answer Collector's question, of course they didn't. Those people there make minimum wage. You really think they give a shit about people doing crazy stuff there?
No,
not paid enough to do that.
My guy has a problem. He's like, look, no, don't come in here just doing all the most. He will talk to you about it, and say, hey, look, this is not your backyard. This is not your basement. This is a public place with other people here, and you need to make sure you respect that.
Yeah. Yeah,
and he can say that because it's like all the biggest guys will be right behind him, looking like,
kick his ass. Because I've seen people get kicked out of Planet Fitness. They love kicking people out of Planet Fitness, though. But at Export, I've seen like managers and workers come and be like, bro, like you can't make a fucking fort out of dumbbells. Like, put them back. Like literally, that's what dude says. Like, stop building a fort and put shit back or leave. Like, he literally had like every single weight from like 25 up to like 60 or 70. It was just like, why? Why do you need to go in 5-pound increments to the point where like you can't go put it back, get the next one, put it back in? Like, you gotta.
I don't understand why you would ever want to interfere with someone else's whatever they're doing. I don't believe in interfering with someone else's life.
Yeah,
it's annoying.
Can't be like monopolizing equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah, especially if you said he's doing that, where it's just like he's getting up and dancing and doing stupid shit. I was like, bro, you're not even working out.
Like, what are you doing? Why are we here? I think today I did deadlift today. I got to 545 on my deadlift. You know what? You know how much yelling I did? That was about it right there. That was it. Yeah.
That was it. I think cool. So my left knee is so effed up, man. It's so effed up. I can't do anything. So they had me doing a lot of like pistol squats and like stuff like that, like one-legged to get my strength back. Bro, I'm sitting there doing like so in my right leg, I can go pretty deep in a squat, especially with my right leg. My left leg, I'm like barely bent. I'm like, fucking grabbing the handle. Dude, I've never felt so weak in my life, like with my left knee being messed up. I was like, I can't, like, she's like, oh yeah, just do this. You don't need to go too deep. I'm like, oh yeah. She goes, try it with the right foot. I'm like, no problem. And do it with the left foot. I'm like, fucking leg is shaking. She's like, oh yeah. I was like, fuck, man. So I'm like, shit. So that's like my goal for the year is just to get my strength back in my left leg. I don't want to have that weird small leg syndrome. If you've ever seen that from the guys, like that one guy who has a fucked up leg and it's like there's no calf and his quad is gone. It's just like I can't let that happen. But I was grunting at the PT today. I was like, and I'm barely bending.
You shake it out. That's
oh
funny.
my god! Yeah, dude,
were you all wobbly?
Oh, so much, man. It's so bad. I feel so embarrassed. Like I have all these like old guys because it's like a physical therapy athletical place. So all these older guys, they're doing like these stretches and shit, and there's like me, like half their age, can barely do a one-legged squat. Oh man. Yeah. All right. Let's get into some stuff. Gym porters are the worst. Yeah. Take my head. That's my expression.
No, can you imagine like someone like you lifting, you see someone like doing something, and then they take the weights off from someone else? Like you see the other person on the bench working out, trying to do something, and they take the weight from them.
I seen it on social media. I never seen that in person though.
I saw it from this little guy. This big guy came in and took the weight off of it. I was like, because you needed the 25, and there's a 25 not 3 yards away from him.
It's right there.
Like 10 feet away. And you're going to take his. Oh, I thought you were done. He was still on the bench. Man, you guys are the worst. You are literally the worst.
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, shoot, I forgot we lost all the things. All right, let's watch one of these trailers.
Yeah, because you had
all the trailers
closed
was
out.
like jumped off. Yeah. Let's watch this naked.
Yeah. Bring up one of the trailers. We'll check it out.
Naked Gun.
What did we? There's the Naked Gun one. The Eddington one. I for sure want to watch that because that's gonna be a wild one. I did watch that trailer because I couldn't stop. Couldn't help myself. Oh man. We said the idiot. There's another one right there. Stop being ignorant, a-hole. Like grab the weight over there.
That's how I am. Like I tell people about themselves. Like, don't be an asshole. Yeah. There's no reason. Like when guys feel like they're stronger, so they want to like kind of assert their dominance. Like, dude, what if I did that to you? How would you feel then?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then the thing I hate the most is like when they grab like a 40 or a 30 or something like that and stand right in front of like all the weights. But I'm like, you're standing in front of the most commonly used fucking dumbbells. Move, man. Like everyone's trying to get the 25 to 45, you know, that those are like the main ones, and you're standing right there. It was like, like just step like 5 feet back, man. Let somebody be able to walk in front of you.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Like you don't have to be that close to the mirror, dude. Like you're not doing anything that crazy.
It's a mirror. You could be your reflection will be there, or no matter where you go. It doesn't matter where you are. You don't have to breathe in the mirror. What are you doing, man?
It gets all fucked up. Oh man. All right. Let's watch this Naked Gun new trailer. Ready? All right.
I can't wait for this movie.
I haven't seen this new trailer, so if it's anything as good as the first one, I think I'll laugh. All right.
That's the thing. Can you make me laugh? Then you're funny. If you can't make me laugh, then
yeah, you don't like.
I don't like stupid.
You don't like stupid.
I like silly. I don't like stupid. There's a very thin line to silly and stupid.
I'm selective when it comes to silly. So like I love Naked Gun. It's my type of silly. I think it's it's like kind of the gold standard, or it's definitely up there when it comes to parody. I like that Airplane, Blazing Saddles, and Spaceballs are like the ones that I love the most, and the direction that they seem to be going with Naked Gun just really has me excited. And I'm all for Liam Neeson and entering the comedy and spoof genre. But we could talk more about that after the trailer.
Yeah. Because that's gonna be the big thing, or at least his big thing. He's done with the action. Now he's going to comedy.
Be very careful about what you just said with that one, Liam Neeson. Oh boy.
Yeah. All right. Let's watch this one. All right. What is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We're gonna check out another trailer for the night. We're gonna check out the new Naked Gun. Obviously, Brandman super excited. If you watched our first trailer teaser that they released, we did a reaction to that one, so go check that one out. But let's check out this new trailer and see what we're dealing with.
Thanks.
Oh man, there's some good ones in there.
I'm so ready for this. I feel like this is going to be hilarious.
I think I laughed at a few things, but overall, I'm like, man, really crazy. I don't know if I want to enjoy the entire movie because I know me, but there's definitely some funny parts that I can't help but laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some things I feel like I'm not ready. It's too soon. It's like, is it too soon for this OJ thing? It's probably a little too soon for me. Yeah, will I laugh? Probably.
I like that they're not messing with the formula. Like the scene of him getting handed a coffee while he was driving, and like the scene with Pam Anderson dragging the chair out of the office. The arm scene, like a lot of it looks very, very on brand with what we're used to with Naked Gun. And even Liam Neeson had said, like, one thing that he had said that stuck out to me that had kind of sold me way back around this time last year when this movie first started filming, or before it started filming, that one thing that drew him to it was the use of a lot of practical gags and physical humor, which he was excited to do. So that's a really big sell for me. And if you think about it, it's really, casting an actor like him is also on brand, because Leslie Nielsen started out a serious actor before he started doing like Airplane and Police Squad and Naked Gun, which we all, of course, know him for. So I think at this point in his career, it's a pretty good move for Neeson. Yeah. And I think that the fact that he delivers the lines in such a serious manner, just like Leslie Nielsen, is what's going to make this so hilarious.
Yeah, it's very much that I have a specific set of skills. It was like it's that kind of like voice, but it's with him dressed up as a little schoolgirl. It's like it's taking the Taken with the Naked Gun kind of brand and really kind of mashing it together, which I think is probably going to be the work best for this movie.
Yeah, and it seems to be respecting the original in that sense too, with him delivering his lines in such like a confident manner, and him like showing up, or the character of Frank Drebin. That was the whole thing with the original with Leslie Nielsen's Frank Drebin. He would deliver his lines very confidently, and he was oblivious to the fact that he was an idiot. So I think that's what they seem to be kind of doing, that same with this. And it's respecting the original in the sense that it's not a remake. He's not playing the same Leslie Nielsen character. He's playing his son. I think that I think my only hang up is, rather than calling it the Naked Gun, they should have called it The Naked Gun, Son of a Gun. I think that would have been pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this might be the thing this summer, just because I love comedy. This might be my most anticipated movie this summer. It looks so hilarious to me. It looks, and the director, Akiva Schaffer, he's made a lot of stuff that I like. He did Chippendale Rescue Rangers. He did
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, he did Pop Star Never Stop Never Stopping with Andy Samberg.
Yeah, well, no, this is like he flipped the binoculars the other way. It's like, wow.
Yeah, is that Kevin Durand?
Yeah, I think so. He goes from playing a monkey to being a villain, or whatever. Or
he went from playing like, what was it? He had a pretty good year last year because he played like a complete lunkhead in Abigail, and then went to playing like an ape leader, and now he's playing in a cop parody movie.
Yeah, but
Legacy sequel.
This one is definitely giving a lot of like old school vibes. Like this whole thing, instead of being behind the curtain with the shadows, they're just doing it with like heat. Heat signature kind of stuff. So, or heat vision. So, yeah, it's giving a lot of old school goofiness.
Yeah.
So, like this one was
concerning the
pretty funny.
The Spirit Halloween was great. That got me.
And I like that actor. I like Paul Walter Hauser. So him in this is really good to me too. Because
he's in everything.
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's playing the son of Officer Hawken, it seems.
Yeah.
Or not? Was it Chief Hawken?
Cobra Kai never dies. Come on.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's why the dude's everywhere. He goes from Netflix to Marvel to Naked Gun.
Oh yeah, he is going to be in. I almost forgot about
Fantastic
that. He
Four.
is going to be in Fantastic Four, allegedly playing Mole Man.
Wow.
But yeah, it was Captain Hawken. He's going to be the son of Captain Hawken from the original.
Yeah. So,
but
they just make him look like a doofus with his haircut. Even I thought this was kind of funny, where he slams his face in
with him slamming him.
Yeah, then he gets the big eyebrows and
he gets Muppet eyebrows.
Yeah.
This makes me want to go back and see. I don't know where I can find it, but it makes me want to watch the original Police Squad series, even though it only lasted like 5 or 6 episodes. But interesting that 6-episode series that spawned a franchise. And we need a good spoof movie. It seems like that subgenre is kind of making making a comeback between Naked Gun this year, scary movies coming back next year, and then after that it's going to be Spaceballs.
Yeah. It seems like it's time to for the spoof parody genre kind of come back. They're always funny, and they tend to they tend to live out their welcome a little too long, and then they go away for a while, and then all the blockbusters happen, and the blockbusters kind of get too much.
Right back,
you come back in.
It's time to come back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because for years we had that period where a lot of them, I'm sorry to say, a lot of them were shit. I like with epic movie, disaster movie, Meet the Spartans, date movie. All those were from the same two guys. I think their names are Jason Friedberg and Aaron Seltzer. Those were so bad that I was convinced that they were collectively the Antichrist. Those two guys.
Okay,
those movies. Yeah, I'm sorry. Not sorry. Those movies were shit. They were so bad.
Yeah. I think
someone funded those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were just like, hey, make one about this, and like, cool. Like I feel like they just got out of bed and started directing the movie. They didn't even write anything. There's like
they didn't get out.
Yeah, because all the gags were just things landing on people's heads or them tripping on something and falling over or just like insert movie reference or pop culture reference here and then just repeat it those movies were absolute shit. There's I think that's my most apt description of it.
Yeah.
So I think writing good parody takes a lot of like kind of time and smarts to do it right. So hopefully that's what they're doing with not just with Naked Gun, but with Scary Movie and Spaceballs. Hopefully it's quality parody, not just cramming a bunch of pop culture references into it. Anyone can do that.
Punchlines.
Yeah, there's little one-liners that nonstop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got faith. At least the next few ones are going to be good. This is going to be good. Scary movie with the Wayne brothers coming back and be good.
With the Wayans brothers back, that has me, and with Spaceballs, the trailer last week got me really excited. So,
Yeah, and that was just the scroll, the rolling space scroll.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was just enough to get all of us like,
we're like, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. You got anything else, Brian, for Naked Gun?
No, I'm always very hesitant on these things. So, because once you hit it tips over for me like funny. If it goes to stupid, I'm like, oh, forget it. It's hard to bring me back. I'm that guy. So, I'm just gonna say we'll see and hope.
Yeah, if it does well. Yeah. But cool. We're gonna get to everyone's comments. And if you're in the live chat, stick around. But if you're watching on the replay, we want to hear from you. So leave a comment down below. Let us know what you guys think about this new Naked Gun remake, sequel, whatever they're doing with this. But we want to hear from you guys. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a lot over on the YouTube algorithm. But we appreciate everyone hanging out with us in the live chat. And we are going to get into your comments right now. All right. Before we do that, I gotta give a shout out to Deuce. With another super chat. He goes, I won't be checking it out at release. Digital, maybe. If you're not into like really goofy, gaggy kind of stuff, I get it. But
it's not for everyone.
Yeah,
there's no shame in that.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it was when this played. I think, was it How to Train Your Dragon? I think. It played in one of the movies recently. The trailer,
I saw it with Mission Impossible.
Was it Mission? It might have been Mission Impossible. Everyone laughed. Everyone laughed in my theater, especially the OJ joke. But when it takes off the mask and it's him,
certain areas will laugh, certain areas won't. I was gonna let you know. I watched this trailer and I don't know. I guess theaters probably have black. And so everyone that's black didn't laugh, and then everyone who's afraid that the black people are going actually paying attention and were afraid didn't laugh either. So it was so funny because everyone was like, I think they both might think it was funny, but they're like, I can't laugh, and then they're like, I'm not laughing at that because just my blackness won't allow me to laugh. Like I'm not gonna do it. So it was so funny because they're both wanting to laugh, and their project said, "Nah, we ain't doing it. Nope, nope."
I laugh every time I watch these trailers, and I've seen it in the theater. I've seen this trailer in the theater twice. Mission Impossible, and I want to say the other time I saw it might have been with Thunderbolts. I can't quite remember. But yeah, I laughed my ass off.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. We'll see if it can be the entire movie or if it's just the trailer kind of stuff. But the newer stuff on here is it's very goofy, like the manslaughter kind of thing. It's like, was it man's laughter?
Man laughter. Yeah.
I was like, what? And I'm like,
you got 20 years for making someone laugh.
Yeah. So, and then also shout out to Tony in the house.
Tony, what's up?
Boys at it again. But let's give a shout out to there. I think this might be a good one. So this is Deuce after watching that trailer.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
You're awarded no points. You may have
God have mercy on your soul.
Your soul.
They're gonna make a sequel to that, right?
I'm counting on it.
It's gonna happen. Real quick, let's see what everyone in chat is saying about this one. Master said, I don't think anyone can beat Leslie Nielsen.
And that's the thing. They're not trying to beat Leslie Nielsen. They're continuing the legacy, which makes me even more interested in this.
Yeah.
Him him playing the son of the original Frank Drebin is probably probably the most respectful thing they can do with this.
I was
Agreed.
like, is he old enough to be his son? And then I was like, oh, he's definitely old enough to be his son.
Mm.
I didn't even think about that. That's interesting. Versus Busta. That's a cool scene in there. And then the Spirit Halloween. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah, so that looks funny. Books, Goes and Purse said definitely could use a laugh. I hope the movie does well. Got to bounce. Have a nice night. All right, we appreciate you coming in, hanging out with us. Thank you. Sometimes we need a movie that does nothing but be silly and make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty smart of them to get Pam Anderson as well. She's not Priscilla Presley, but I can see why they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like that.
And, and after what was the movie she was up for the Academy Award for? I can't think of it, but she's kind of starting to get her little comeback to the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm down. Put Pam Anderson in more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I watch it and I'm saying this could be really funny, but is it enough? I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's really silly, I don't be like, man, I'm out.
I mean, this is obviously made for the people who love the originals and stuff like that. I mean, those are like, that cult classic kind of stuff, and
it's a very niche subgenre when it comes to comedy, but I've always liked it because it feels like parody done right. The absurdity of it and the fact that Leslie Nielsen was delivering his lines in such a deadpan, completely serious manner is what added to the hilarity. And it was almost a riff on like detective noir stories with the voiceover narration. So I'm kind of curious if they're gonna do the same thing with Liam Neeson.
I think so.
Yeah, again, I think it would be very much on brand. I like the creative team behind it. I think when I was reading up on this, because they've been trying to make this movie for years and years, they've been trying to do a continuation of Naked Gun. Like at one point, they were going to do a TV movie when Leslie Nielsen was still alive. They were going to do this with Ed Helms playing the son of Frank Drebin, which could have worked. But I think the whole thing is he's known for comedy.
Yeah.
I think what's going to add to the hilarity is casting someone who you would never associate with comedy. I like that and Neeson's proven himself to be kind of funny here and there in little bit parts, like in the Lego Movie or his cameo in Ted. He has dipped his foot in comedy. So I think that actually, to be honest, my biggest sell with him when I heard that they were doing this with him in it, my biggest sell that I was like, this is going to work, was his cameo in Ted 2. Because he was with the trick cereal gag. Just the way that he was delivering his lines, like dead serious. And he seems to be playing this very straight. So I think I think he's going to surprise like a lot of people finally getting a starring role in a comedy.
Yeah. There's like, do your Taken vibes, but wear this dress.
Mm-hmm. And I think at this point in time in his career, because he had that career, he had that stint in his career like through the 90s where he was known for like dramas and that sort of thing. Like, when you think Liam Neeson, you think Schindler's List, right? Mm-hmm. Or I think like he started kind of easing his way into like the action genre with technically, I guess you could say Star Wars, even though that's more sci-fi fantasy. But
No, oh yeah, I always forget he's quite.
he's Qui-Gon, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know, he reinvented himself as an action star, like full-on action star with Taken and a bunch of other stuff, like in the years to follow. And now he's reinventing himself as a comedic actor. So I'm with it.
Works,
Might be a good
why
way
not?
to.
If it works.
Yeah, yeah. I remember Liam Neeson in Excalibur, like because I love that movie, and I probably should watch because I love King Arthur lore.
Mhm. Yeah.
But seeing Liam, very, very young Liam Neeson in it,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah, Excalibur. He was in Deliverance, if I remember correctly.
How old is Liam Neeson?
Crawl,
Mhm.
huh?
How old do you
How
think
young?
he is?
Oh man,
Didn't he just turn like
Yeah.
73?
I was gonna
Yep.
say 70 something, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Not too around this, roughly around the same age range that that Leslie Nielsen was when he started playing the character. Well, not started playing the character, but when the first Naked Gun movie came out, because Police Squad came first
Yep.
in the early 80s.
Yeah. Come look at. I had to do some math. He was 29 in Excalibur. So, yeah. Also, Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart was in Excalibur.
Mhm.
Again, a very, very young. Picard was in that one. So, yeah. But yeah. But all right, let's keep going with some of the comments. Tony saying the opening scene of Date Movie is funny as shit. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. I don't really remember Date Movie. I think by then I was like done with parodies.
Done.
Yeah, I blissfully don't remember pretty much anything about Date Movie or any of those movies from those guys.
Yeah, the superhero one was like the last one I kind of started to watch, and I turned it off. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those
Master
guys
said
are
is,
trash.
Is Rick Moranis coming back? Yes.
Sure is.
Yes.
Coming out of retirement. Yep.
Awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Kevin Davis, what's up, Kevin? So Paramount Pictures will get box office win with Naked Gun reboot. I think so. I think it's gonna do well enough. The budget's gotta be super cheap for this movie, right? I mean, right? I mean, can't have
Yeah.
$12 and a piece of gum.
Yeah, oh man. I don't know if I can find it real quick. Let's see original. Oh, I have to look it up. But yeah, it can't be too much. So, if this thing makes like 100 million, it probably is a huge win for it. I'm assuming.
Yep, they haven't told us much at all.
Yeah, I was trying to look for it. I couldn't really see it. Oh, yeah. Shit. Sorry, I'm so tired. Kevin said, not shocked or surprised that How to Train Your Dragon live action isn't overperforming at the box office.
Really? I mean, it did really well. They really didn't.
It did good, but I think they were because I think it made under 100. I think it was what 80.
Yeah, 84.6, and then for domestically and worldwide, it ended up being 197.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was gonna make $600 million, right? It's probably gonna make $600 million.
Yeah. So I mean, it won the weekend for sure.
By a lot. It wasn't even close.
Yeah. I mean, Lilo & Stitch was what on its third weekend? Fourth weekend, right? Fourth weekend.
Yep. And it's at 858.
Fourth.
Yeah. 858. It's gonna get close.
I think it's gonna stop right around same thing as Minecraft.
Like that 950, 960, whatever.
I think it's gonna be like 930.
I can see around that, yeah.
930. It's already in week 4.
I mean, and he's 150. It's in week 4, that's really good for week 4, right? I mean, being 850 in 4 weeks.
Very top heavy though. So like a lot of that money all came in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're at $500 million first 2 weeks, and now we're only at 850.
Yeah. I think they're gonna let it play out so it could possibly hit it. So it's probably gonna play all of June, all of July for sure, and probably be in August is probably, I assume, when we see it get pulled. Because by then no one's gonna start seeing it.
Less theaters, because you already have Jurassic Park, you already have Superman, you already have Fantastic Four, then you have Elio, you have, I mean, you're gonna have less. I mean, 28 years later, F1, you're gonna have Smurfs. That Smurfs movie looks terrible, but you're gonna have
that Smurfs movie looks trash. It looks so bad.
Yeah,
it's gonna be in and out.
I was embarrassed by that. But the bad guys, that's
gonna make some money.
So you have all those things. The bad guys comes out this weekend coming up, or is it following?
Does it?
When does the bad guys come out?
August 1st.
It's August.
Yeah,
it's not bad. Yeah,
that probably works out for that. Get that last month before kids go back to school. So that's probably a good day for it. It's at the back end of all the July hits. So yeah, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I don't know if Lilo gets past 920.
Because the last I saw was like something probably Saturday night was that it's still projected to get $1 billion, but barely.
Yeah.
So
the way this numbers are, I mean, the way it's like it stopped. It was like the way it's so bad, like it's unbelievable.
Yeah, especially with How to Train Your Dragon, I think it really, really stopped it. So, all right, let's see where we got. What is that? My versus the toilet thing is the turn off for me.
I understand.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Kevin Davis said, "I finally saw Snow White. Isn't bad film. Rachel Zegler can sing. Gal Gadot can't act." That's probably the best review I've heard about it.
Rachel Zegler was I know she said some stuff that ticked a lot of people off. I really am not bothered by it, but I thought she was the saving grace of the movie. First and foremost, I didn't mind the Snow White movie. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I didn't mind the movie. It's nothing I'd rush out to rewatch, but I was fine with it.
I really don't understand you for what you said about How to Train Your Dragon to this Snow White. I watched it twice, and like
Snow White,
there's nothing like anything about the Snow White that I feel like was well done. There's nothing that was well done. It was just there. Like it's like something's there. Like it's just whatever. Look,
came and go.
Yeah, and there's nothing about it. There's anything. So but then you look at How to Train Your Dragon, like, oh, they just did it for BPB. Like, but it's a better movie. So I don't understand the comparison.
I'm indifferent to the How to Train Your Dragon remake, but we'll get to that.
No, hopefully that was my transition attempt at 12:05.
Yeah.
Before we went on another rant.
Yeah.
I want emphasis on what my mother said, though. Just now.
I'm assuming
mm-hmm.
that's wrong. Sorry for the delay. I just wanted to say I don't want to see him in a skirt. Sorry, I need to go back. Go back for a moment.
No, I think
I think Brian agrees. I don't know if Brandon agrees.
I don't like certain things, and I thought it was fun. It was shock value, but I think about it, I was like, man, that's a problem. The guy with girls, yeah, that's a problem, bro. So whatever,
It's all like that. Shock value is a good way to put it. It's just the goofiness over the top, but it's like it's an actual little girl, which I think is funny, that she takes off the mask and somehow is like a 6'1" dude.
Yeah,
British
because
guy.
Liam Neeson is a big dude. He's a very big dude. So I don't know that gag. That gag.
Oh, he's
gave me a
6'4".
laugh.
God, he's 6'4".
Yeah.
Shit.
So a little 4'11", 4'9" little girl morphing into a 6'4" guy. This is very, very hilarious to me.
No, the idea of him wearing girl panties is a problem because it's a little girl. It's not women's stuff. It's a little girl. So that's why, like, I certain things that I draw a line at. It's it could be funny. Oh, it's funny, but it's not really funny. So to me, it's like, all right, okay.
I'm fine with it.
But I'm not going to be, whatever. If you want to, like, find it funny, it's fine. But me having little girls, not so much. not so much.
You see that?
Yeah.
Sorry, give me 1 sec. All right. But thank you. I don't know, Mama Brandon, Mama.
Say Mama Peoples.
Mama Peoples. Or brand Mama.
Mama
Brand. Mama. Yeah, we appreciate it. Coming in. No. Yeah. I really not want to see Qui-Gon's gins.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, let's do this. The review for the movie, and then if we got time, we'll talk about
Jurassic Final. The final trailer for Jurassic.
Yep. All right. Got everything ready?
No, yeah, I was ready an hour ago.
Okay. See. All right. And also, Kevin, I still got your gift. Send us your shipping info.
Yeah, we'll send it right out to you, man.
Yeah. That should be it. So there's our email address. Send it over. And I forgot what you got. I think you got a bunch of movies. I think you got like a bunch.
We got a lot of stuff.
Maybe
We
like
send it
7.
all.
Yeah.
We can send it all to Kevin.
Yeah, but yeah, Kevin, you had one the giveaway a while ago. I don't think I think I'll double check, but I don't think I ever got your address. So whether it be a work address or somewhere, whatever, but make sure you send it. And also, have a good night, Collector. We appreciate you coming in, hanging out with us for the trailers.
All right, man. Good night. See you later.
Yep. All right.
See.
All right. Let's talk about this movie. All right. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brandman Brandon over here, Brian and Grizzly down there, and we're gonna talk about How to Train Your Dragon, the 2025 live action remake from DreamWorks. So we're gonna get into our ratings at the end, our likes, some of our dislikes, and then we'll get into box office numbers and Rotten Tomatoes at the end. So we want to hear from you guys. So if you're in the live chat, leave a comment, let us know what you think about it, and we'll get into your comments at the end of the discussion. But before we get into all that stuff, Brian, you got a breakdown of what this movie is about, if anybody doesn't already know.
On the rugged island of Berg, a Viking boy named Hiccup defies centuries of tradition by befriending a dragon named Toothless. However, when an ancient threat emerges that endangers both species, Hiccup's friendship with Toothless becomes the key for forging a new future. Together, they must navigate the delicate path towards peace, soaring beyond the boundaries of their worlds and redefining what it meant to be a hero and a leader. I mean, that's it. That is the movie.
Yeah. Like I said, it is a remake of the animated one. Shit, when did that one come out?
2010.
10?
Not terribly long
Yeah,
ago.
2010. Yeah, 15 years ago. So, not old enough to be even considered a classic yet, even though it kind of is. So we'll start with our likes. Actually, we'll start with Brian because since you're down there.
Cool.
Yeah. What did you like about it?
I think for anyone who's a huge hardcore like How to Train Your Dragon fan, you're going to really love everything because I think they really touched on each of the characters. It kind of gave you a lot of very nostalgic feel. Not everything was beat for beat in the first half, but then once you get past that first 45 minutes, it kind of changes. But that first 45 minutes, the things were different. They definitely did different things with a lot of it. So I mean, I think that was fine. I think DreamWorks did an amazing job with the how it looked. I think Toothless was amazing and looked amazing. I think the casting was actually pretty good. I think a lot of people, all the hate that they got, they didn't warrant it. I think they even explained how they got different races of people in this little town, this little island. I think they did a really good job with that. I think and bringing those type of things out really captured what they're trying to go after in this movie. I think that as far as who's actually meant for the children, I think children love it. I mean, in the dragons are right up there next to dinosaurs, so people are going to like that aspect and seeing those type of things because it came out in 2010. Really, even the people that saw it when they were young then are only 30 now. So like, it's not this huge gap from the people that it was actually meant for. So I think they did. It was a pretty good movie, and I think I enjoyed the experience. So I mean, yeah, those are positive things.
Yeah. Okay. What were you, Brian, man? What you like about it?
Well, as a remake, it's definitely respectful of its predecessor because it's pretty much identical. If I'm being honest, they don't really any changes they make are
at first 30 minutes. It's not the same.
It's my turn. Shh. It's my turn.
You're gonna get
it's my turn.
Because you said that and you're wrong.
It's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn
right now. Watch.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
It's pretty much identical in like what little changes there are pretty minimal or not very noticeable. Pretty much I found it to be beat by beat. It pretty much respects the vibe of the original. It doesn't fall into the trap of a lot of Disney remakes are kind of guilty of this. They kind of seem ashamed of their predecessors, but this one did not. It almost kind of felt like the original come to life. They didn't really mess with the formula. They didn't mess with the look of the characters. I liked how some of the costuming, the look of a lot of the characters was almost kind of cartoonishly exaggerated, like the original was, which I like. They kind of did it with Stoic. They did it with Gobber for sure. They did it with a lot of the designs of the like the Viking helmets, for example. Burke looked good. Burke itself looked good.
Mm-hmm.
The dude who played Hiccup, Mason Thames, I thought he did a great job. I thought all around the table, pretty much the acting was pretty well executed. So yeah, I guess it in that sense, if they were going to make an animated version, it did what it probably should have done.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I kind of agree with both of you guys, at least for the costumes look good. Burke looked awesome. I did enjoy the few new things that they did introduce. Especially with all the hate Nico Parker was getting from a lot of people, them actually putting it in the story on why there's a bunch of different people and not just like a bunch of white people. It's like you had I think you had
black
like
people, you had Hispanic people, you had different
like
people
Asian,
in there.
a lot of Asian people in there
Mhm.
too, and and it was all, and it made sense why they did it. It was like, yeah, cool. Like they all came to this one section because this is the last spot of where the dragons are. So I'm like, oh, cool. It didn't take away from the movie; it added to the movie. I thought, and it was cool. And then everyone bitching and moaning about Nico Parker. She was awesome in it. Honestly, I
Yeah,
thought
she was absolutely fine as Astrid.
No, it's
I
his
thought she
turn.
was- don't get salty.
No, you
Don't
say
get
it
salty.
anytime. You can't. Don't interrupt him. Let him go.
I didn't cut anyone off. I added to it. I didn't interrupt people. So yeah,
You talked more than he did.
yeah, I did because it was my turn.
It's
Notice
not
how I
yours.
was.
It's
Bring yourself
his.
from
Let him
Palm
go.
Don't get
No.
salty. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
All the actors were spot on. Like I gotta yeah. Even Gerard Butler coming in doing it, but all the actors were great. The new parts that they did add were really well done. The little bit that he did.
It was only like 20 minutes in the beginning, but Snout
Yeah, really.
That was different. His father thing throughout the entire movie, that was different.
That was different a little bit. I was kind of hoping they brought back David Tennant to be the dad. Because I'm like, that would have been pretty funny because they brought Gerard Butler to be the dad. If they would have brought back David Tennant, his dad, which would be even funnier because like how small David Tennant is. Like that's nothing like a Viking. So the dude that they got to play the dad is probably more fitting for sure. But my main thing was 100% the dragons needed to look so cool, and they nailed it 1000%. All the dragons were great. Toothless was perfect. So yeah, that was my main thing. I'm like, if you're gonna do live action with these dragons, they need to look amazing, and they 100% nail on head, or yeah, hammer on head. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, they crushed it with that. All right, so let's get into our dislikes. Brian, what you dislike about it?
Well, honestly, besides the stuff that I don't want it to say like it was exactly the same thing, but besides those 4 things, it is still very much the same movie. Which is it's a live action movie, and what they said the goal of this was just to bring it to a different crowd. So like I understood that, but it didn't have to be exact words. There's like 2/3 of the movie were exactly the same words. So I didn't understand, like, you could have changed a little bit of it. So that was pretty much seen. I thought that the age differences in the kids was kind of random. Like and I don't feel like they all felt like the same age in the same age group. And like I look at some of them, I'm like, you're 28. And I look at some of them, the other ones, I'm like, you're 16. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know where the line kind of was drawn. But that was interesting in itself. But once again, if they're not trying to make it exactly the same way, that's fine. You do how you want to do it. But I think they did a good job with a lot of hitting the actual notes, but it's the same exact notes. So it's just you have to hit these notes, but sometimes when you're doing the same exact note, it kind of does fall a little flat for some things. So
yeah, it wasn't until afterward where I thought like the twins looked way older, and I get like they even like
they
all
said
their
they held back. They
Yeah.
held back 4 times, but it wasn't like a 4-year difference. It was like she's 38
Double
years old.
I would see how old is she in real life? She's 30 in real life. The
I think they both are.
He's 31, so yeah, they're right around the same age. I mean, meanwhile, like Nico Parker is 20.
Yeah, so like
and the guy who
there's
played
literally a
Hiccup
10 years difference. Like, wait, what?
Was he's 17? No, he's gotta be older.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
He's
17.
like yeah.
So like when you look at that, then you look like, okay, well, you're not.
Yeah, even Fish. I mean, dude, you are not kidding. Fish Legs, the guy who played Fish Legs, which you saw him in Deadpool and stuff like that. He's 22, and then it goes to 22 to 30 with the twins. So,
So
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
okay.
That's interesting. Okay. What were you, Brad, man? What are some issues you had with the movie?
It kind of fell into the trap of that a lot of live action remakes, the same trap they fall into. It was just kind of crippled by the limitations of live action. That kind of seems like something that happens whenever animated movies are remade. It was fine, but compared to the original, I just kind of found it a little to be a kind of drab.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a spot on remake to the point where I was questioning why it even needed to exist, especially when the original isn't even that old. For all the trouble they went through to remake a movie that's not even 20 years old yet and still feels fresh enough, they could have just re-released the original if they really wanted to introduce new audiences to how to Train Your Dragon. It kind of has me asking myself, since they're talking about making a sequel and they'll probably make the third one after that, is that just going to be a beat by beat remake of the second one? It was fine. Like I said, it was probably the most respectful live action remake I've watched. I definitely liked it more than I did Lilo and Stitch. But I'm just questioning why it needs to exist.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to make something that identical to the original.
Well, what's going off of what you said, like it's the same exact director. You know, it's hard to change
same
a vision.
Actor, a lot of same actors.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got some of the same actors, Gerard Butler, but it's like it's hard to have a different vision from the same person. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he even said in an interview that he wanted to perfect the original version, which I think is just a line, because he didn't really, it didn't really seem like he perfected anything or even tried to perfect anything. He just hit copy paste.
yeah. Okay,
it was fine.
Okay.
I thought it had a lot of merits. I was just kind of questioning why I was sitting there watching it.
Okay. So for me, same thing with you guys said. It was very much majority of it was the same. Majority of it was the same. Like 85% of it was probably the same. Especially the back half of it was like
the last
shot for shot. Yeah.
Was.
Yeah. It just, as awesome as the dragons looked, it just the scene that made me kind of like it's not hitting as good as the original was when Astrid first goes on the ride with Hiccup and Toothless. It was cool. It looked gorgeous. It just was, and maybe it was because like they were trying to go for that realism more than the magic, and it was supposed to be like the Aladdin carpet ride kind of like that was the vibe you were supposed to get from it, and it just felt kind of like it was missing some of the magic a little bit, so I was just like, not that it was bad, it wasn't horrible, but it was just like I don't get that like magical sense of where she feels like she understands, like she gets it, like I didn't get that vibe, and that was kind of the point of the movie where I'm like, oh, it looks pretty, everything looks amazing, but it's just missing that specialness to it, and it might be because it's a remake that's almost shot for shot, word for word at some point. So if you're doing that, it's like you're not trying to create magic, you're just trying to mimic it, so
I mean, I do want to point, there are things that are different. So
yeah,
like,
but
even
the things that are
with Hiccup
different
and Stoic were they're different, but the same same meaning. But between Hiccup and Stoic at the end, that was different. What's her name? I keep on just saying, I want to say Nicole Parker.
Astrid.
Astrid, her motivation was totally different.
Yeah.
I want to be the person who rules this. Like their motivation, her big plan was totally different than what was actually going on in the actual cartoon. We already talked about Snoutlot, his dad, and how that was a little bit different, because before it just would have been the same as Hiccup. Even what's Gerard Butler or whatever, Stoics plan to the way he was going to go about trying to kill all the dragons, or even the fact that they were all there. Like it was just there were things that were different than the entire things. The things that they did not do the exact same way. But even with those things being said, kind of still felt the same way. Yeah. So there are things that they changed. I'm telling you, there are things
they didn't change. They expanded on. That's the difference, I think, because they didn't change anything.
Backstory.
They added more to it.
They added more backstory.
Yeah, they added more. Which is not bad. Like the whole.
Well, I mean, if you talk about the origin story is different. The origin story is different.
I give it that. Like the reason why they're there made way more sense than it did in the movie, in the animated one. Like they're there for a reason. They're not just there because they're stubborn. They're there on a mission almost, I'm like, I like that, I thought that was interesting. So they did change that, but a lot of the other things, like,
more details, what you said,
more adding to it and expanding on it, relationships and stuff like that.
I would say even the whole Hiccup and Toothless, like test driving, the flying thing was different. At least I thought it was going to be exactly the same. There's some things that they did a little bit different, and I thought that was fine. But I guess more of that's actually still just exactly what you said, detailed. There's more details,
adding more details
than there was for the beginning. So I guess it is what the director said, that he wanted to perfect it. So he went to more detail with more things about it. So
yeah. So and. The copy and paste thing that Brandman said, it's not a horrible thing, but it kind of like starts a different argument of what do you prefer? Better? Do you prefer a more one-to-one remake, or do you prefer them to change some things and maybe modernize it and make it more real, quote unquote, and stuff like that? Like, what do you prefer? And it couldn't be any more different than Lilo and Stitch and How to Train Your Dragon. It's like, do you want shot for shot, or do you want
Lion King?
Oh God, don't even talk about that.
And the Lion King once again. So you did one shot for shot, but then you get this bullshit, right? So like, so it's what do you want? So some things, if you're really a fan of it, you probably don't want it to change. You just want to see it in live action terms. Some things you're going to want to add some things to it, which what this is. There's more detail, but maybe you want to make it more modern. Maybe you may want to make it more believable in certain things. It's about what you want. But if you want it to be a totally different movie, then you can get that Lion King BS. So like, I'm not going to sit here and down talk that, because I've seen Lion King.
Yeah,
and I hated it.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like one's better than the other. It's just, what do you prefer? Because I feel like now that we have Disney doing their live actions where they do change things, mostly bad, some good, but mostly bad.
Aladdin was good.
Aladdin, I loved Aladdin. I personally liked the Lilo and Stitch, remake as well. But obviously a lot of people don't like it. But you get stuff like that where it gets changed a lot. Or are we going to get, the trilogy of How to Train Your Dragon, and they're just going to be a live action version, legit live action version, So it's kind of like, what do you want, So, DreamWorks could change this movement of live action remakes, So we'll see. But
I mean, I guess the people are going to tell you, right?
Yeah, exactly. The money's going to tell you, So, yeah. But also the director of this was Dean DeBlois. the Bloss. He directed the original. I think he directed and wrote the first three or all three, I believe. But if not, I know for sure the original. He also co-wrote and co-directed the Lilo and Stitch cartoon. This was in a time like when DreamWorks was literally created because Disney effed over a lot of their people. You know, literally a bunch of Disney people left, said, "Hey, Spielberg, you want to make an animated studio?" And they're like, "Hell yeah!" And then DreamWorks, you know, and then after a few falls, now DreamWorks is like legit, super legit. You know, it's like going after Disney with How to Train Your Dragon, Shrek, and other stuff. But it is funny where this dude has two live action remakes from his previous works,
different spectrums of the whole thing
of remake, So, that's kind of like
one was passable and one was absolute trash.
I don't know if they're all trash.
I like the Lilo and Stitch a lot.
And the question is, once again, who is it meant for? We are 40-year-old men, and guess what? What do the children think about it? So what our view, or even individually, your viewpoint is one thing, but then if it's not meant for you, then you have no idea. So it's about like, okay, so what is it meant for? It's PG. It's not even PG-13. It's PG. So like, it's definitely not meant for anyone over the age of 13. So if if the kids like it, then it's what's for the kids. If that's what it is. It doesn't mean that Brand Man can't hate it. No, it doesn't mean that either. But understand, when you're saying what the movie is, the movie can be more than one thing. So it's not a definitive thing about either way.
Yeah. Like, I get why people don't like Lilo and Stitch. I get it. But for me, like, I enjoyed it. Also, on my letterbox, I gave them both a 3.5, and they're like right next to each other, because for me, it's like, cool. Like, they're both live action remakes. Like, one changed more than the other, but they're both the same in my opinion. Like, the originals are better. The originals are way better. It's not, it'd be one thing if like How to Train Your Dragon was like, oh my God, it's so much better than the original. I was like, nah.
Is it really better? Because
it's not.
Very similar. It's really the same though. It's not. It's it's very much the same. Just with the original came first. So it's like, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah. That's so weird. Master said DreamWorks is way better than Disney at this point.
I agree. Yep. I think it is.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think DreamWorks does what it does better than, because Disney tries to do everything. I think DreamWorks is probably better, but Disney has a lot more money to put in it. Yeah,
I mean, DreamWorks is kind of knocking it out of the park. The Puss in Boots stuff, the Shrek stuff, Dogman. Everyone's snuffing Dogman, Wild Robot. Yeah,
because they bring beauty to
bad guys.
These movies. They bring beauty to the movie. The movie looks beautiful, even if it's not animated or live action. It looks beautiful.
Yeah,
they know how to do.
But also, don't think like DreamWorks has some stinkers. Teenage Kraken was not great. As much as I love Megamind, I don't think it did well. I could be wrong. I'll have to look at it real quick. Same thing with Aliens and Monsters, or Monsters and Aliens. Like, I enjoyed it, but but then they have Trolls, Kung Fu Panda, So yeah,
it's so funny you saying those. Yeah, like almost all these movies are not terrible.
Yeah, but both Megamind and Monsters and versus Aliens is 73%, which is crazy. Yeah,
because I mean, it's not meant for us. Kids, their bar is a lot lower. Did I laugh? Was it entertaining? Can I see myself in it? I mean, Monsters vs. Alien made $381 million. Internationally. Overall. So almost $400 million.
That's a lot more than I thought, because I liked it. I liked Monsters versus Aliens. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. So, but I always thought it didn't do well because I never heard a lot of people talk about it. So,
because it's not meant for us.
Well, even just anybody, because like I don't hear like kids, and also toys. I don't see a lot of aliens and monsters toys. Megamind too. I don't see a lot of toys.
I see about Megamind. I agree, but my kids love Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah. My son's been kind of watching it. He likes the blob dude.
I did not know Megamind made $322 million. Like, wow.
Yeah. Like Home. My son's starting to watch Home now. I've always heard it's a bad movie, and now that I'm watching because my son's watching it, and that's a DreamWorks movie. It's not that bad. Like it doesn't deserve. It's not amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's not a Shrek or How to Train Your Dragon or something like that. But it's not bad, and he loves it, so I'm cool with it.
That's pretty much where I put it.
Yeah. Same with Captain Underpants. Shit, they do got a lot of good stuff. Yeah. But Prince of Egypt, that was the kind of one of the first ones that they did in the late 90s. After they left, that's why it looks so much like a Disney movie. Like visually looks like a Disney movie, but it's not.
Because, the animation definitely feels Disney.
Yeah, because like everyone left Disney. A bunch of people left Disney because of the not the owners, but the upper management. Screwed over a lot of them. So, but either way, let's move on. Let's move on to our ratings. And then we'll get into our live chat comments. But we'll do now, later, and a never. Now means you got to go run and watch it right now. Later means you wait till it's at home, and never means just skip it altogether. Brian, what are you giving the remake How to Train Your Dragon?
I liked it a lot. I don't know if I could say it now. It's just because it's hard. Once again, I'm a 40-year-old man. I don't know if I'm comparing it to 40-year-old men things. It's not now for me, it's just not. But for kids, I'm sure for them, I could say they could probably now. But for me, it's a later.
Oh, wait, how did your girls like it?
Love it. They loved it.
Yeah, just love it.
We want to go see it on Wednesday.
Okay, so you're gonna go see it on Wednesday then.
So,
Okay. What were you, Brandman? What you giving it?
I'll give it a later. It was fine. I didn't dislike it. I was fine sitting there watching it. I was just kind of questioning why I was sitting there watching it. It's like I said, I felt like it followed the same beats as the first one. For all that trouble, I just could have sat home and put in my Blu-ray of the first one. It's fine. I think the original wasn't nearly old enough to be remade, especially if they weren't gonna if they were just gonna make a Xerox copy. I can't sanction this movie's existence. It's fine, but I could have watched the original one, or I could have waited, or they could have just re-released the 15-year-old original. I thought the set, I liked the set design. It was I liked the actors they selected. I thought everyone did what they were supposed to do, but it was, I don't know. I wouldn't say go rush out and watch it.
Yeah. Okay. And for me, I'm giving it a later too. I had a fun time watching it. Seeing all the dragons were cool. But it didn't like change much of how I already feel about this franchise. And I enjoy this franchise a lot. So yeah. But I'd definitely give it a later. If you do enjoy the franchise, then I think you're gonna want to go and see the dragons looking super cool.
The CGI is excellent. So I mean, that's why you do
so good.
But that's why you do a live action remake, to see the CGI, these dragons in CGI, and interact with a character that looks like you. That's why you do these things, right? Which is exactly why they're going to make a lot of money. But for me, it's like, it's whatever. But for my kids, they love it, and they made it PG, not R. So it's not for me. It's for them. So that I respect why they did it. And yeah, though I'm getting there later. If you like this franchise, go see it.
Yeah. If you're into How to Train Your Dragon and it's like something you do enjoy a lot, like you're gonna have a blast. Yeah, I mean, I had a really fun time watching it. Like seeing all the faces, that Toothless made and the noises and stuff like that. I'm like, it was pretty cool. The little dragon, I forgot what it's called, but the little one, when they fight him. And he bites the nose. I'm like, that looks, when they did a close up on it and it looked like a lizard, like it looked really, really well done. So, even the big dragon at the end was really cool looking. So, yeah, visually amazing. But for me, it's a later. But if you have kids like Brian, around that age, like you're probably gonna go see it once a week for the next couple weeks.
So. We're on the Elios train, so at least one of them. Yeah. One of us on the Elios train.
Oh, okay.
The other one's like, the other one's like, I ain't gonna see that crap. I'm like,
no.
What are you doing?
I said, yeah, we'll get into that later. But yeah, that's the next Disney film. See who in chat is saying Mama Bear's giving it now. She's saying now. And then she's saying to tell us about it, silly. About like why did they make it?
No, they to tell us about it. So you can see CGI. That's what
honestly, I believe, I really, really believe they decided to make this to hype up their park. They're doing the Disney thing, which I am not mad at
100%.
all. Like 100% do that, because all the videos I've been seeing of Epic Universe, How to Train Your Dragon area, I 100% like next time I go, I don't care. I want to see Frankenstein and I want to touch Toothless. Like that's on my list. Like it's a real life in like right there. You get to touch him, like, and what better way to sell tickets to your park than by putting out this movie is like, hey, the CGI is cool. Well, come see it in person. It's like, but
because now you can see yourself as the character. That's why they go ahead and add everyone there. So now you can see yourself in this world, and now you can feel that way when you go to the park. So it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And then Fernando said, this was perfected. Going back to that. Yeah. Oh, he said he was watching it to tell us about it. Okay. Yeah.
What?
There was somebody else that said it. They liked it a lot too, but I probably missed it.
Master Cassilia said it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Why don't he said Master Cassilia said DreamWorks is way better than Disney at this point, and kids don't have money make stuff for adults. True, but the main thing adults like are things to distract their kids. So if I can spend money, if I can spend $40 and for the next 2.5 hours, I don't got to deal with it. That is money well spent. So
100%. Yeah. I will give whatever it takes to give me a little time of them being enthralled in something that's not me watching them. So
yeah.
And then Fernando says now. Yeah.
Fernando is now too. So yeah. He said this was better than Disney, what Disney did.
As far as live action, I think it was good live action. I mean, literally, if I would have got a live action Lion King the way that it was from the beginning, like, the way I wanted to see it, and I would have got it in live action, I would 100% given any amount of money to go see it multiple times. That's what, but I'm that much of a fan. Like word for word, I know all the words. So when you know all the words of something, you don't want them changing the words.
That's true.
You know what? Like when it's in your heart, you don't want them changing something up. You just want to see it differently. So, but that's once again, I was 10 when I saw it. So it means something different to me. You know, I was 9. I was going. It means something different to me. So someone who was 9 when this came out, seeing it this way, they probably fulfills them a lot different than it would for me. So
yeah,
I totally understand.
After we already graduated college and stuff like this when this came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, 2010. Yeah,
I was 25 years old. You know, like at that point in time, and so it's different. At
definitely have a different connection
to 40 than it is from 9 to 35. Like it's just a different thing. So you know, and you just gotta recognize that.
Yeah, studios do. That's for sure.
And that's how they make all their money.
Yeah.
Doing nothing.
But real quick, we'll finish things off with Rotten Tomatoes. This one made a record with the audience, so we'll get to that in a second. But critics,
what is
78% with the critics, which is a solid number. That's a really solid number. You know,
that's basically what I think it should be.
Yeah. That's kind of where I have it.
Kind of what I figured.
Yeah. But the record from what I read this morning was it holds the highest audience rating for a live action, and at 98%.
I believe that too, because it didn't. So most people that want live action don't want you to change anything.
Yeah.
And this is my point, right? Most people don't want you to change it. If they love it, don't change my ish.
Take the thing I love and make it shiny. That's all people want, man. That's all people want. Then that's like you said, people who saw it when they were 9 or 10, and now 15 years later, there's like, holy shit, like I get to see it in live action.
Let me see Toothless with real people, so I can imagine myself really there. That's just what it is. So sometimes if you change something that people love, you're gonna get hate.
Yeah,
just what it is. I love Lion King more than anything else, and I hated the live action because you just changed. I was like, you didn't understand the entire point of the whole story. That's my argument, right? That's because I don't want you to change anything.
Yeah, I mean, even some of the this person gave it 5 stars because he said it's so cute, follows along with the movie perfectly. So it's like, it's like people are like, this is how you do a live action. It's like, like if this is what people want, then if they want the same story.
You just don't want to change it. That's just what it is. If you love something for real, you don't want to change. Ask Mama Bear how she would have felt about Snow White if it was exactly the way she wanted it to be, exactly like the cartoon was, understanding it. She would loved it. That's just what people want. So it's just how it is.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, a lot of these people are like, stuck very close to the animated original, love it. I mean, that's what a lot of and they're all like 4 stars, 5 stars, so kept the same storyline as the fantastic original animated version, and did a superb job, superb manner with incredible visuals. So people want the thing that they love and just shine it up a bit.
Yep.
And like you said, it's gonna
different way. Let me see it a different way.
Yeah.
That's it.
So it technically from what I read as of right now holds the highest rating for a live action on Rotten Tomatoes. So
that's awesome.
See if it stays up. It's at 5,000 plus verified as of right now. So pretty good. Pretty sure it's gonna stay up there in the like 90. Might drop to 96.
Yeah, I was
at this point.
96 probably.
Yeah. But yeah. See, the Jungle Book is the best live action remake.
I still agree there.
Yeah,
I do love that one. I love that one. Like Snow White, people love the original, myself included. Yeah. I have the same frustration over the Cinderella live action.
Yeah,
and I thought that one was a good one too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been a while.
It was fine.
Yeah. Yeah, don't fix what was broken. That's what
And
people
that's
want.
how people are going to say, yeah, if it's in the Disney vault, which doesn't really go for this one, like How to Train Your Dragon, but if it's in the Disney vault, don't change it. Give me what's in the vault. If I will still go every time you take it out of the vault, I will go buy the damn movie. Then I don't want you changing the movie.
Yeah, right.
That's how it is.
Yeah. But like I said, it does kind of bring up what's going to be better, or what do you prefer? I don't say what's going to be better, because a lot of it's what you prefer. Like some people prefer a remake that takes privileges, and some people want the remake that just same thing, just looks better. And I can't say one's better than the other, however you like it. And I think you pick and choose too. Lion King, if they would have shot for shot, word for word, and made it look lifelike, well, game over, man.
$2 billion.
Game over, So, yeah. But yeah, if you want a new take, pick a different character like Maleficent or Cruella.
That's interesting because Cruella is really good, and that's live action and it's different.
Like, I like the Cruella. I mean, when you tie it into the animated version of Cruella, it doesn't make sense. But if you just do her, just that movie, it was an awesome movie.
Yeah, the Cruella was fun. I don't think I ever liked Maleficent that much, either of them. But Cruella was awesome.
I think the first Maleficent did really, really well.
Yeah,
probably. It was also the beginning of like that remake era. Really starting.
Angelina Jolie too, so
that's not perfect for the role.
People love her, so it doesn't really matter. Like,
yeah. Here, let me finish it up, and then we can chit chat about some last stuff, because and it's getting late, so we got finish. All right, cool. But yeah, that is our thoughts for the How to Train Your Dragon live action remake. Yeah, we all kind of gave our thoughts and have different opinions about it, but we want to hear from you guys. So leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about this remake. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know some of the details on why you like it or hate it. But we appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. And if you want to be part of the live show, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It helps us out a ton. And yeah, we appreciate everyone in our live chat right now who was part of the show. But we want you guys to stick around, because we're going to move on to our next topic for the night. Some better say I want a live action of Sword in the Stone 100%. Or no, that was
they were supposed to make one a few years ago. They pulled the plug on it.
Yeah.
David Lowery,
right now,
who did I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
David Lowery, who did one of the other few Disney remakes. I actually like the remake of Pete's Dragon. Was supposed to make it, and it just stalled out. I would have been all for Sword in the Stone. Like that one, that one's kind of a distant memory enough where like it would be a good time for a remake if you have to do one.
These aren't all my VHSs, but these are probably my favorite, Disney ones. If I got to pick like some, like Sword in the Stone, Aladdin, Lion King, Toy Story, like they're probably like some of the best. So we saw 2 already. I don't think we're getting a live action Toy Story thing. Oh, we better not.
Why?
You just never know nowadays.
Well, they're still making Toy Stories, so I just
yeah.
They're still making Moana too, and that's not stopping a live action remake.
That makes 0 sense why they're doing that. But that's gonna be another story. I'm gonna be really interested in that. Like, are they doing a shot for shot, or are they going to take privileges to it?
You can't do a shot for shot for something that was made yesterday,
5 years ago. Yeah.
Like Moana 2 is like, we literally just got Moana 2, like, right?
Yeah.
I got the DVD delivered like 2 months ago. So like, what?
Like this year. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Sword and Stone, I really, really want it. Yeah, Rock is Maui legit this time now. Not only
Yeah,
but
the hierarchy of power in the Disney animated universe is about to change.
the Disney remake universe.
The Disney remake
live-action.
universe.
That's funny. But yeah, it's gonna be that's gonna be interesting. But as far as I know from what I read, that Disney is kind of holding off on live actions until after what they're working on something else now. I know they're doing Moana. I think they're doing one more too, and then everything else is on hold because I think they need to change course. Or I think they want to change course.
I thought that really the one you need to do a live action of them would be with the Let It Go. What's that? Frozen. That's what you should be doing a live action of, because the people that love that movie are the little girls that are getting older every day that are now going to spend even more money. Like if you did a live action Frozen, I guarantee, Bill.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So I know they put a hold on Hercules. They put a hold on the Aristocats. They put a hold on Bambi. They put a hold on Tangled. Yeah, that makes no sense.
The Aristocats, come on, like it wasn't good originally.
See, maybe do that. Take a movie that doesn't have a big following, make that live action. Like then you can do some things and make it different. You know,
wasn't that Questlove that wanted to do the Aristocats?
I read about that. Awesome. That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
I'm almost positive that was Questlove that wanted to do the Aristocats.
Yeah.
And if he does, all of a sudden, can you imagine Questlove doing "Everybody Wants to Be a Cat"?
Yeah,
Questlove doing that.
You see, that would be cool. Like if they do something different in that regard, just kind of stick with like the framework of the original, but kind of do your own thing. That would be cool.
There, because as you said, no one cares about it, right? So you can change it up all you want. And
and you know, and that's not. And I'm not saying that to be a knock on the original, because I respect the original Disney classics, but you know, it's a distant enough memory to where, you know, a remake, if you're going to do one, this will be the best time. It's kind of ripe for picking. You know,
aren't we stretching classic a little bit with Aristocats?
With the Aristocats.
You know, I don't know. That's why I'm kind of like, that's why I'd be a lot more comfortable with that being remade than say something like Lion King, which everyone knows. I'd be a little more comfortable with something like Aristocats or Sword in the Stone getting the remake treatment than.
I'm looking at. Okay, so Screen Rant has a list of the top.
No, I agree with what he said, because once again, with what he said, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I just found this list from Screen Rant. It's the top 12 worst reviewed animated movies. Number 12 is the Aristocats, right? Take every movie on this list. Take every movie is the worst review. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, but take all these movies and do remakes. So Aristocats is number 12. Number 11, Atlantis, The Lost Empire.
Ooh, yeah, that was not good.
But live action that. I think you could do some cool shit with live action on that one.
You ain't even got a live action. Just do the live action. Just do a different Atlantis. Like you don't have to do a live action like of the Disney
Black
movie.
Cauldron. D&D is super big right now. You can do the Black Cauldron. I think it was too adult. It was too adult for a kid audience. You know, I think you could do Black Cauldron live action.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
Me too. Like if it's something that there is room for improvement with, you know, like like a remake, go ahead. You know,
Yeah.
there's never going to be any topping the Lion King.
No,
So
but leave those alone. Leave those
yeah,
alone.
from the beginning, I was like, how come? And you know, when I was sitting there watching it, it just confirmed all my fears. But yeah, I'd take an Aristocats remake. I'd take a Black Cauldron remake. Atlantis could be cool, like as long as you're willing to go all the way with that in terms of you know,
CGI.
like the CGI and that sort of thing. I'd take an Atlantis remake.
Yeah. So here, there's
you don't have to,
also
'cause you just do this Atlantis period, a movie, right?
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's
Mhm.
all it is. It's just them on a journey to find Atlantis. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. You know, but also Brother Bear's on that list. Chicken Little's on that list. Maybe and Dinosaur, maybe not the best live action. You know,
I keep forgetting about the existence of Dinosaur.
Yeah, see, that's why it's really,
Mhm.
you know. But you probably skip live action for that. Home on the Range. It's with, I don't know if you guys remember that one. It's the three cows.
The cows, yeah.
With Roseanne as one of them. Judi Dench and is in it, and Cuba Gooding. I watched it a bunch because my son loves it. Probably not a live action material for that one.
Why would you want to do that? That's
probably not live action. I don't need to see 3 live cows in the Wild West. Yeah. Yeah, but here's one. Meet the Robinsons. I think that'd be really
love Meet the effing Robinsons.
That would be a great live action.
That movie. That would be excellent.
That'll be a great live action, and then you don't have to deal with a lot with any animals. You know, it's a lot of tech. It's a lot of cool CGI. I think Meet the Robinsons would be a good one. But that was number 5 as the most reviewed. Oliver and Company might be a solid one if you want to do animals and stuff. Oliver and Company might be a good live action. I don't know if you can do this one. Pocahontas is the third worst rated.
Oh man.
Can you imagine them doing both? You know what? I mean, they would do in this climate. In this climate, I could see it actually happening.
Maybe. Yeah. He said this film is described as politically correct by many, transforming a dark, horrific past into a kid-friendly film. So yeah, it's kind of yeah. Here's one I'm down for: The Rescues Down Under. Give me a live action for that one.
Let's go. I'm all for
it. And then
I could see it doing it now. And then you don't have to worry about word for it, because even though I love that movie, I don't know the damn words.
Me neither.
yeah. But the number one most worst rated is Robin Hood, which they did have a plan of having it in live action.
How many Robin Hoods can we do? You know, like, I mean, there was just a Robin Hood. There's like been 4 Robin Hoods in the last 2 decades.
Yeah, because we haven't seemed to have too much luck with Robin Hood, right? Especially in recent years.
Like, how many do we really need? I mean, come on, man.
But you do it with the animals. It might be okay, but that's actually on the list. You know, Robin Hood is on the list of in development, but it's on hold. All these are on hold right now. So Mr. said, yeah, Pocahontas, good old fashioned racism, colonialism, all the isms. Yeah, no, leave my fluffy babies alone.
No, I mean, I think
want a live action sausage party.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Said Robin Hood, the Disney version.
Freaking
that was
sausage party.
Sausage party. The sequel was crazy too. But I'll be down for a Robin Hood live action, because that's on the list. I think they could be cool. But again, how is that gonna be live action? Everybody's a freaking animal. Like, it's all gonna be CGI. It's all CGI. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
and we're talking about like
had regular ones, right?
Well,
yeah, and this time we'd be talking about bipedal CG animals, which would be a little creepy.
Yeah. At that point, do costumes, right? Do practical. Like
Robin Hood. So they did the one Taron Egerton, he with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
That was what, like 2018.
Oh shit, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know?
Damn, I
So
forgot
that's
about
just
that one.
2018, right? Yeah, and then we got Russell Crowe. That's 2010.
I don't remember now.
You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've had Robin Hood every 8 to 10 years. There's been a new Robin Hood out.
Mhm.
It's been that time since you said 2018 was the last one with Jamie Foxx.
8 to 10 years is it's time for
Hey,
another
that's,
Robin Hood. I
8
guess,
years.
huh?
Let's go. But well,
I barely remember anything about that Taron Egerton one.
oh, I don't think I even watched it.
I watched
I
it.
think
The Jamie Foxx one.
I think I watched it all the way through like once, and then I was like,
So
yeah,
here.
I can barely remember anything about that movie.
So these are rumored, this is just rumors. Was Sword in the Stone, The Black Cauldron, and Princess and the Frog were also other rumored live action.
Princess
Cruella
and the
2,
Frog. I'm with Bradman with that. Like, dude, didn't it just come out? Like,
did it?
It's,
I feel
it's
like
Yeah, that's another one. Like
15 years, I'm gonna guess. 20 years,
2000
maybe
yeah,
15?
like roughly around the
So 16 years.
yeah, roughly roughly just a little young, just a little bit older than How to Train Your Dragon, and another one that still holds up. And it's one of my favorite animated movies. I love Princess and the Frog. I absolutely love Princess and the Frog. I'm kind of like, that might be another one that would be like the stories the story's better suited for animation than it is live action. I think a live action adaptation might cripple it, might cripple the story. So, and it's kind of like I said, the movie's still young enough to just, if you want to draw more attention to it, just re-release it.
Yeah, that's what they need to do.
But yeah, Princess and the Frog, I'd probably, if they move forward with a remake of that, I'd probably feel the same way about that I did The Lion King. I'm like, seriously, how come you're not gonna? There's no way you're gonna touch the original. There's nothing you can improve upon.
Yeah, like something like
yeah.
What?
I was gonna say like Bambi, kind of scary because Bambi deals with a lot of trauma, on purpose. It was like, are you going to avoid the trauma? Like,
that's another one.
Live action, they just do with humans.
Well, that's another one. I might be telling you guys. I'm sure I'm telling you guys something you already know. That's another one they were supposed to remake, and it stalled out. They pulled the plug on it. They were gonna Lion King it, basically. It was gonna be like photoreal, CG animation. They had a director. It was gonna be Sarah Polley, who did she did that movie a couple years ago, Women Talking, and she's an actress too. She played the female lead in Dawn of the Dead, in the Dawn of the Dead remake. Yeah. She did Women Talking. She did I think like she's done like a bunch of indie stuff. Yeah, she was gonna do the Bambi remake, but they pulled the plug on it.
Live action Fantasia.
They do that. They do that at Disney World. Called Phantasm, Fantastic, or Phantasm, I think.
Fantastic, because I saw it last time I was there.
Yeah. They do that live action every freaking night. It's awesome, man. Except for when the Maleficent dragon catches fire. But I haven't seen the Phantasm. I that's one thing I do want to see. That it looks awesome.
That was definitely last year.
But they wouldn't do a live action for that because I don't think they would want to mess with Mickey Mouse. Like, you can't do live action Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, why would you get rid of him then?
Yeah.
You gonna make him a rat? Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Or you just replace him with like there's a person instead of Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
The little boy, you call him Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey. Yeah. Just give him white gloves.
He just wears gloves all the time. That'll be funny.
Which also, who was it?
A lot of stuff you can do.
Like T said, that he didn't see the Goofy movie. One of my favorite parts of the Goofy movie is they start to question the reality they live in, where Pauly Shore's character is like, hey, why do we always wear these white gloves? It's awesome, man. It's so good. So good. It's such a great movie. Oh man. But yeah, there's a lot of fantasy they couldn't do today. Or a lot of Fantasia they couldn't do today. Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of that you would not be able to do. There's not question.
Yeah, that would 100% be changed. But yeah,
Be content with like a 3D re-release.
They do. You know what? Why not? You know what? They should do a live action Song of the South or whatever that is.
Oh man, could you imagine?
Yes, I can. Unfortunately, I can imagine.
That's the thing. You can. That's what.
Definitely down in This America right now. Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's one of the worst parts of like old Disney, because a lot of people love Splash Mountain. You know, it was a lot of fun and stuff like that. I haven't gotten to ride the new remodel of Princess and the Frog, but the Zippity Doodah song, it is so effing catchy. It's stuck in your head, and you're like,
Zippity Doodah, Zippity Day.
You know, and you're just like, the whole is like, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this song is just somehow about racism. like I was afraid to look it up, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure. Like, there's like racism in this song.
Like, you know, you probably just say like, I saw something real bit traumatic over there by the Johnsons, but it's okay. I'm all right. I'm gonna walk back home. Zippity doo dah, zippity.
Yeah, good music and Song of the South. That's all. The Zippity Doo Dah one, it is so catchy. It is super catchy. But yeah, there's a lot of nude taters. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. Yeah, racist.
No, I'm saying those Songs of the South is really racist.
Oh,
like oh my god. Oh my.
Yeah, the Crows were in demo. Yeah. But I think the Crows, I believe that crossed over too, didn't it? Because like, didn't Looney Tunes do that for a little bit too with the Crows?
Yep.
I think they did.
And they're just, you know, sitting there talking.
So on my Plex, I know you guys have access to Plex. I have Looney Tunes, a lot of Looney Tunes, and they're broken up by years. Man, like you go into some of the older stuff, you're like, oh, that's the stuff from the 1930s. You're like, fuck, that is.
Hey, can I read this real quick, guys? Just real quick. Let me just read. The lyric initially appeared in the Magic Happens parade at Disney World when it debuted in March of 2020. The parade returned after a nearly 3-year hiatus because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Upon its reintroduction last month, spectators of the twice daily parade described celebrating the magical moment with legendary Disney stories. On the website now, hear the lyric and think of this the happiest place, this happiest things from Peter Pan in this place. The change in the parade's lyrics were first reported by OC Register. The song Zippity Doo Dah originated in the 1946 film Songs of the South that has long been criticized for the stereotypes of spiritual black men and its seemingly nostalgic view of the antebellum South. So Disney is in the process of recutting the film for the parks, and then they decided to just go ahead and scrap it all the way. But yeah, so they said basically it was the black men saying zippity doo dah, zippity day, because they're so happy about what's going on in the South and then, you know, all the so
not too far off of what you were saying. Like, hey, let's forget what just happened.
Oh my god. That's so bad. Oh man. Woo. There goes Disney for you.
Yeah. I moved my record album. I moved it away because it was on the floor for too long. But yeah. That is.
That's not
I didn't know
good.
they were trying to recut it. That's interesting.
Man, I know we were gonna get out of here, but I didn't know if you guys saw any of the stuff that they talked about. Well, we're here about James Gunn said about DC, right?
With
What he said a lot recently.
he said a lot of stuff, which
Yeah.
Why? Why is he doing this?
Wait.
Some good, some bad. You know, that's not all bad, but
Why don't we just shut the hell up?
yeah.
Let this movie come out, let it be great, and shut the hell up.
yeah, I think the best thing or what he needs to do really is kind of keep quiet about what his plans are, and just kind of work in silence. He's, I'm happy to hear about a Wonder Woman reboot, and that Batman's not going to be goofy in his version of Brave and the Bold, but I don't know. He's just kind of talking
And
a
then if
little more than
someone
he
dies,
needs to.
they're gonna stay dead in his DCU.
Is that what he said?
That I didn't
Really?
catch.
He said it today. He said, so if anyone dies in my DCU, they will be staying dead.
Yeah, he's just spilling his entire plan.
Also, never say never. I always feel like that's always like
you're too new to say anything.
Yeah,
wait.
It's like that line from The Weeknd in that new movie of his, "Hurry Up Tomorrow." Shut the F up. Shut the F up. Shut up. What are you doing? What the F are you doing?
Niggas ever needed. Oh man. And then what do you think about, you think Bizarro is actually in the movie?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. But we did talk about like him actually being, under the Ultraman, costume, which would be cool, but I don't think that's the case though.
You don't think it's Bizarro actually there? Because I mean, Ultraman does have laser vision, right? In the trailer.
Does he?
Yeah.
Ultraman?
That I didn't catch.
When Superman's fighting Ultraman, there's laser vision being shot at Superman. Which is interesting, and maybe they're right. I don't know.
I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah, maybe we'll look at that off stream, but I was looking at it, I was like, oh.
That'd be interesting. I mean, because Ultraman is like a problem for Superman, because he is very much, exactly physically who he is, but he's just no moral code, and is just a villain, So,
yes,
so if they
as
actually
soon as
do
I saw it, it was bizarre. I said Bizarro.
Bizarro. Yeah. But it would be weird if they have Ultraman and Bizarro kind of be the same character almost, or if they kind of waste an Ultraman for Bizarro.
Or is it a clone?
I can see it being actual Ultraman though.
I think they'll leave it at that. Ultraman.
Has all his powers as everything as Superman, just is morally a horrible person. So yeah, I can see that. Or somehow Lex found a way to like control him.
It says, I think it's a clone made by Lex Luthor.
Ooh. That'd be interesting too. I wouldn't mind that, because then it sets up Superboy, or a version of Superboy later on.
But also could bring Supergirl with Kara, and they're talking about they're gonna do that point where Kara was actually sent, one of the kids that are sent to conquer planets, very Omni-Man type of thing. And then they said Supergirl is going to be, could be drunk a lot and having to deal with it and deal with the her past in the actual movie. So those are things that have been said about this. So
I hope they just stick to the comic books. The comic book is awesome.
Yeah, some things need to just kind of be left as is.
Yeah, just throw Lobo in there, like the original comic wanted Lobo in there anyway.
Well, so there is a
Just do the
comic book. There are multiple comic books with Kara that is her thing, that she was brought to Earth to conquer Earth. That is something that wasn't incumbent. At least two that I can think of comic books. At least two of them. As far as Supergirl. So like that, there's comic backing of this idea. So this is not like pulling out of nowhere.
Is it canon or is it like a different universe? Because I don't think I've heard of that one.
I believe it's canon because, and then she uses Clark as her moral compass because she has a hard time determining what's right and wrong because she was taught one thing and then there sees something totally different. So like, I might have to go searching through my comic books, see if I can find exactly what I'm talking about. And bring in Thursday, because I mean, it definitely could be something.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that. It's Woman of Tomorrow, like it's her best story. Start off with her best story. And then you're throwing Lobo in it because Lobo was originally supposed to be the main antagonist of that story, and then I think DC was like, no, you can't use him. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it was, and then he had to switch it out. But yeah,
I think there's more iterations of Supergirl being sent to watch her cousin, and then being accidentally sent to the negative zone. But so Kara is supposed to be older than Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some
she's born before him.
But there's some that she arrived in Earth before him. But there's so many freaking versions of it. You don't know which one you want to use, because I mean, there are versions where she's here already, and before he becomes a superhero, she's already here. She's just being hiding out. There are also ones that she is, she's actually watching after him from afar. So like I don't know what James Gunn is going to do. I mean, that's a problem of what I don't know. Problem's the wrong word. An issue you have with a character is so vast as Superman, with all the comic book content that he has. You can pretty much do whatever the hell you want to do, because I promise you, there's a comic book that's probably going to back it.
Yeah, it's going to be somewhere in the comic book runs.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, they're done finishing, or they're done filming already. So, the movie's there, and I know that was one thing that James Gunn did say was
100%.
like he
I agree, Cecilius.
Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, James Gunn did say like an issue that Marvel was having was scripts weren't done when they started filming. They just kind of like, oh yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. And he's like, no, I want a script, I want the idea, I want everything fully fleshed out, and then we start filming. I'm like, yeah, doesn't that make more sense than just, all right, here's an idea, we got most of a script, and go. It's like, Kevin Feige will fill in the gaps.
So she was 14 when she left, I believe. Yeah, Carl was born before Clark, but she was trapped in a negative zone, so she didn't age. The scene when she finds out that Cal was dead and she screams and her eyes light up was my favorite, absolute favorite. Yeah. In the old DCU. I saw today something about a name change for the movie as well. Supergirl, yeah. I saw that one.
Yeah, it went from Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow to Supergirl.
Just Supergirl. Yeah.
Supergirl.
Yeah.
The negative
like Woman of Tomorrow, but it's fine.
Yeah. Could you imagine an extinction level event and the only people who left were criminals? In my heart.
That'd be cool. Jeez, what's up?
Oh, she's so awesome. I'm grateful for y'all because I can't sleep, and it's only 11 p.m. here. What are y'all doing quick? I know
it is 1:30.
That's a great question.
We are crazy, but just so appreciate you being here, and appreciate the super chat, 1999 super chat. That's amazing.
Yes.
Thank you. You got something for a video?
Oh, yeah. Since it's we are trying to keep her up over there, we give her some defiant jazz to stay awake. There you go. But yeah, it is super late for us. But we also had a super late start.
Yeah, exactly.
need to
We
start
started at
doing.
10 o'clock, so yeah.
But yeah, I know James Gunn said a lot in the last, like, over this weekend, you know. So a lot of good, a lot of bad. You know,
Yes.
he kind of was talking about Marvel a lot too, which is interesting.
So this is the same girl from House of the Dragons. Yes.
All I know is we need to get to a spot where we can get Power Girl, because I love Power Girl. Obviously.
I don't think that's going to be politically correct. And
oh my God, I would love it. I would
what's
love
going to
it.
happen? Yeah, how much would you love it? She's totally covered up.
But that's part of the joke. It's part of the gimmick. You know what I mean?
They're
Like
not going to release
like,
that for DC.
I know. But it would be so good, because there's times when like she has to tell like other heroes, like, hey, pay attention. You know, it's like, that's awesome.
Yeah, but no one's going to allow that to happen. That's not. They're not going to allow that to happen. Oh man. Let's can't see that. No. City Sweeney for Power Girl. Oh,
that wouldn't be bad. She's up
I
there.
don't think he's gonna do that. But who knows?
You gotta be a good actor and have the assets.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm looking at this list. They're like Kate Upton. I was like, yeah, cool as cosplay, but as we've seen in movies already, she's not a great actor. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kat Dennings. I was like, yeah.
She's old. By the time
she's a little bit old,
out, she's gonna be old.
You know, I wouldn't hate it, but yeah,
I will tell you this: if they do a Power Girl before they do a Static Shock or a Black Lightning, I'm going to tear this shit up.
Oh yeah.
I'm blowing it all up. I'm just gonna let you know. You can find a way to bring in Power Girl and pass all that other stuff, but you can't bring Static Shock.
Static.
Whole thing's being blown up. Wow.
Blow it all up. Yeah. There's that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, like you said, they're not gonna.
You can't do Power Girl, or at least not until like the third phase.
Yeah,
they need to wait on Power Girl.
Yeah, if
City Sweeney as Power Girl, yes. City Sweeney as anything is fine with me.
I mean, City Sweeney.
Look at the good levels already. I love it for when it comes to City Sweeney as Power Girl.
Mama Bear says, "Who would you want for Black Lightning?" Jefferson Pierce.
That's a good question. I have to think on that.
Because I really like Cress Williams, but he's going to be too
he's really good.
Times.
Yeah. Let's see. Look at some lists.
Because I mean, Cress Williams was awesome. I mean, just incredible.
Yeah, he had the look. He had the prowess.
And you looked at him. You could say he's smart, and he has everything about him. Just says, I could be a teacher, I could be a principal, I could be all those things, and still be a superhero. What if I told you he's too old though? I would love to see Malcolm Jamal Warner.
That's not bad.
I would love to see Malcolm Jamal Warner like Theo.
That's not Theo bad. It would be hard to see him as this, because he's so much Theo. Even when he showed up on Community, he
Mhm.
he was Theo, just like a little bit more douchey version that cheats on his wife version. But he wore fucking sweaters. I mean, he wore the fucking sweaters on Community. So I mean, come on.
What
But
about
that would be.
Winston Duke? Would you like Winston Duke?
I wouldn't mind it, but
I wouldn't mind Winston Duke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My leader in the clubhouse is Lakeith Stanfield. I've been looking for something for
Lakeith
Lakeith to
Stanfield.
be. Yeah, I would love
I
Lakeith
like that.
Stanfield to be that. He's my leader in the clubhouse, though. Yeah.
Great
I like
actor.
that.
Trying to see if I can picture him as Jefferson Pierce if he has that, kind of.
You have to be really smart, and you have to be someone who you believe is just.
How about this one? I forgot his name. The Old Spice guy.
Isaiah Mustafa.
Yeah.
Now that I'd be good with.
He was in The Cross.
He was in Cross. Yeah, he was in
with
It
the best
Chapter
friend.
2. Yeah.
He's a good actor. He's a little bit older, but not too old.
Because he needs to be, depending on what iteration you go with Black Lightning. Depending on what iteration you go. The first time in terms of Black Lightning, he's about 29, 30.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go 29, 30, then you can go ahead and go Keith. Something like that. But if you want him to be like 42, 43, yeah, you're looking for someone different. So yeah. Mustafa's not a bad thing. You're not a bad person. Of course, if you don't use Aldous Hodge as anything else, you can use him as Black Lightning. I'll be okay with that. But I think Aldous Hodge could be all the guys.
You gotta bring him back as Hawkman. Him, and then you find a way to get
they will never bring back Hawkman. They'll never
Isabel Merced. No.
They'll never bring back Hawkman. Yeah.
But somebody else, because I'm looking at lists, said Leroyce Hawkins from Chicago PD and all that.
Okay.
He's 37.
I'm okay with that.
Not too bad.
I mean, we're skipping around John Boyega.
Oh, I didn't know he's from Harvey.
Yeah.
Leroyce Hawkins from Harvey. John Boyega as Black Lightning. Because I know we're talking about
I hate British people being American people. I hate that so much.
Yeah, I love John Boyega, but I don't know, can't really picture him as Black Lightning. Great actor, just kind of too youthful looking. I need, someone with kind of that look of maturity to them. No disrespect to him, but someone a little bit older who I could,
You say that. What about Jonathan Majors?
He actually crossed my mind a little earlier. I wasn't sure if I should say it, but
I mean,
I'd be good with it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Marvel went after him as Kang again and brought Kang back.
Yeah,
would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Secret Wars is over. Comes back as Kang.
Ooh, he's doing another movie. Somebody big signed on with him. Shit, I can't think of the name. But yeah, he's still doing stuff, but he's laying low for sure.
Would you like John David Washington?
You watch. I saw him.
Why Sean David? No, I remember.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
He'd work. He'd potentially work. I wouldn't mind it.
He would be what was that? Batwing or Wingbat, whatever his name is.
Batwing.
Yeah. I can see John David Washington doing that. I mean,
I think he's
cool.
too old.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
How old is Batwing? I don't know too much about Batwing, but I know he was like brought in with Batman Incorporated shit.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he's like, early 30s, like really early 30s.
Okay.
I'm not even sure how old John David Washington is. I'm going to guess he's 40 something.
Yeah, probably
I think you're right.
early 40s.
That's a fine age range to start off as Black Lightning.
As Black
Around
Lightning, yes, but not. You said Batwing.
that. You said that, yeah. I thought Luke Fox
More-
wasn't that his alias?
Yeah.
Was
He's 40.
that was a character's age?
No, John Dave watched his.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah. No, for
Yeah.
Luke, I'd say if you're going to start with him, he mid to late 20s at the absolute max.
I agree.
Maurice
Right.
Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut is too old.
A little
Okay,
for Black
56.
Lightning, yeah, 56.
Morris,
Doesn't look it, but you know.
yeah, well, that's black don't crack. But
You know.
yeah, but
he
Luke Fox
he has a
is
superhero look,
23,
but
24, but he's 57, 58 years old.
Yeah,
He's
he's
60 years old.
but I think you can find something for him. He says that like that
He'd be Lucius Fox.
distinguished
You
look.
want to be
Yeah,
Lucius
that'd be a good
Fox?
I like that one.
You can't be Luke Fox. We could be Lucius Fox.
Yeah. So let's stop letting PC ruining our entertainment. He's not too old.
Dude.
He's 56. I mean,
Morris Chestnut was a grown ass man in the year 2003. Grown ass man. 22 years ago, that was a grown man. Like that's yeah, no. Like that's the same as people saying Denzel ain't 70 yet. Denzel's been around forever.
Yeah.
Sorry for bringing all that stuff up. Yeah, but I was just wondering. But I think this could be interesting, but they need to bring someone. Give me a black character before you go Power Girl. What?
No, Power Girl doesn't need to show up until later.
Yeah, I mean, you got to bring in.
Could you imagine? I can imagine it happening.
Yeah, I mean,
phase 2, and they bring in Power Girl, and there's still no Black Lightning, still no Static Shock, still.
If you got Sydney Sweeney coming in like, hey, I want to be Power Girl. It's hard to be like, well, we gotta wait. It's like, especially somebody like Sydney Sweeney, who is she's a good actress. She's got the assets for it, and she's comfortable doing stuff like that. So it could work, but also at the same point, it's like
I promise you, I will blow it all.
I think it would upset a lot of people. I think because it would be like, because you would have to bring Cyborg in before you bring in Power Girl. You would have to bring in like Black Lightning, like you said, Static,
somebody.
Static.
We gave you Mr. Terrific. What are you talking about? We gave you Mr. Terrific.
Firestorm. I want to see Firestorm because I think
Firestorm would be awesome.
I agree. I think you could do it way better than they did the WB.
Yeah, but you have to find a young actor.
Someone that no one knows.
They had him. No, yeah. But we're getting Mr. Terrific in this movie, and we're getting Jon Stewart in the TV show. So that's.
I'm so excited for Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, he looks cool.
He looks good.
So, but Static is the one.
It is. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
It is he is obligated to give me a big character before we doing C-level characters that were created in 2020. We're gonna have problems.
Yeah. Yeah. And hopefully he knows that, he hears what Marvel messed up on, and he can he's like, hey, we got better characters. We can do something about
I
this.
want Jonathan Majors as Icon. That's what I want.
Yeah. There you go. Blade's one of the coolest superheroes of all time. And Marvel's over there fucking not figuring shit out.
Yeah.
So Meanwhile, you got Static over here, who is young, street level kind of thing that you can do a bunch of other stuff with later. Come on.
But you could bring Static, you could bring Icon, you could bring Rocket, and Steel. All.
Uh-oh.
You can bring them all at the same time. So
like Brandman said, later. He's like, go and sleep. All right, we gotta get out of here. Nice. He's coming back. Played Ghost in Power Series.
Amari Hardwick.
Amari, yeah. You came in right in.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just froze up on me and then kicked me out.
Yeah.
Amari Hardwick would be good, especially physically.
Is he
big
older?
dude?
You're right. He probably can definitely be Jefferson Pierce. I can see Jefferson Pierce for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, really? That might win. That might be the best one, best answer.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
You think about it, he's really the whole package.
He is.
He's got a good look. I think he is an appropriate enough age where they could get enough longevity out of him. Superhero build, dude's freaking jacked. He's like fitness goals. It's crazy.
The question is he being 51 too old?
You know what? We kind of live in a time where they are kind of casting older for comic book characters. I'd say like around that age would be the cutoff. I'd be fine with that, especially for a character like Jefferson Pierce, who's supposed to kind of be on the older side. I think you might kind of be able to kind of to wiggle by with that.
Yeah.
So I'd be fine with that. Yeah.
You have to do it sooner.
You'd have to do it. You'd have to do it sooner. Yeah.
You can't wait.
Not too old.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would probably be like my number one hopeful for the role, now that you mention it, would be Amari Hardwick.
I like it. If we were doing it the next 3 years,
good one.
I'll like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, down, but cool. Let's get out of here. No, man, we're not getting into it.
I don't have the energy for this, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
as much as
sorry.
I am synonymous with you. Talk about Black Panther. I'm ready to go at it. I don't know if we can do this right now.
Not at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Because I will be here. I'll start and I'll be here. It'll be 4 o'clock. The sun coming up. Nah, bro, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Let's get out of here. We appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. Yeah, with about 3.5 hours. That's not too bad.
3.5, right?
Yeah. So we appreciate everyone. Let's see who our top
I think Master
were.
Facilius is number 1.
Yep. Number 1. We'll give our top 5. I don't know if it's gonna pace properly in here, but let's see. There we go. Number 1, Caecilius at a lot of points, 275 points. The Mount Bear at 225, and then Collector at 200. Then you got also Ace up there, 200. Fernando at 100. So that's their top 5. I don't know if you guys care or not, but I think it's cool. But yeah, we appreciate everyone coming and hanging out with us. Y'all love me, even Brandon denies it.
I love enough for both of us. It's okay.
Oh, I wouldn't deny it. I wouldn't deny it, despite the
He loves it.
He froze, or at least froze for me.
We'll call it a justification.
She's just egging it on. Another thing about the child.
Exactly. I will be here all day, and then all of a sudden you want to wake me up. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's get out of here. Sorry for the late start, but appreciate everyone hanging out with us into the late hours of the night. But yeah, let's get out of here. We appreciate all you guys. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Watch a couple more trailers. Get ready for all the big July movies.
I want to talk about Ironheart still. I think Ironheart. Is this going to be a good series or not?
Yeah. Well, doesn't that come out this week or that comes out next week?
Comes out next week.
24th,
Thursday.
Right? Next week.
Next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll get ready for stuff like that, and see what we get. But cool, let's get out of here. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully we'll get more edits out. So yeah, when we get our movie reviews, like it, share it, leave a comment, all that good stuff. We're trying to get more views on our shorter re-edited content. But let's get out of here. We appreciate you guys. We will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good week. Later.
See you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.